HelloFresh is also an owner of Factor. So Factor is pre-made meal plans. If you don't like to cook your own meals with HelloFresh, you can use the link in my comment section and you can pick your meals from Factor. In the link, you get some free meals as well. So if you guys don't want to take the time to go ahead and cook the meals like I did with HelloFresh, you can go ahead and order your own meals through Factor. The meals are amazing. They have breakfast, they have protein shakes, they have smoothies. So if you guys want to use Factor, go ahead and hit that link in the comment section. It's amazing. Go ahead and make sure you click that link, get you some Teej Hanley, and support the Media Man YouTube channel, and also support Teej Hanley.
Dear Bruce, I need to be honest and clear. I'm going to marry Harvey Dent.
Fast car, I wanted to get to anywhere. Maybe we can marry, maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Started from zero and nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, I felt like I was drunk. Laid out before us, your arm felt nice, wrapped around my shoulder. I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. Fast car.
This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You take my broke ass to get something to eat. My dusty ass. See what I get. You know, you see what broke people eat. Had me a nice, broke, dusty meal at Cheesecake Factory. Oh, and I got my girl some avocado rolls. She loved this place too. So yeah, I take my dusty ass back home to get to work.
This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You take my broke ass to get something to eat. My dusty ass. See what I get. You know, let me see what broke people eat. Had me a nice, broke, dusty meal at Cheesecake Factory. Oh, and I got my girl some avocado rolls. She loved this place too. So yeah, I take my dusty ass back home to get to work. All right. Good evening. Welcome back to another good Monday for this Media Man live show. We have a great show ahead, guys. I love talking about health and hygiene. As you guys know, my background is in public health. I've been a public health professional for about, I want to say 19 years, focusing on health and hygiene, preventative medicine, all that type of stuff. So you guys are going to get a litany of topics thrown at you. So hopefully some of this stuff isn't already, well, let me just say this. Some things that you guys may think is common sense in regards to your hygiene is not so common with a lot of people. And I'm going to let you guys see some of the stats that may shock you in regards to how many people shower, how many people wash their hands, how many people brush their teeth. And so hopefully this information will help you. More so, I know, the older guys, I'm pretty sure you guys may have it under control. However, there are some places where older men lack in regards to their hygiene, but this is basically a show for the young men, and not necessarily just to attract women, but women do appreciate a clean man. This is not a metrosexual type thing that does not make you soft or what are they, zesty. Just learned that. That's hilarious. But so we're gonna get into a bunch of topics, man. I cannot wait. I love doing shows like this. I promise we're going to make it fun. I'm just not going to sit here with the PowerPoint, which was what I would usually do. However, I got some great videos for you guys to see, some helpful insights from a couple of doctors and dental hygienists. And it's going to be an amazing show. We got 23 people in the building. So it's funny. Like I said, man, when it's more progressive type of stuff, it's very tough to get people in the live streams, man. I'm still looking for a show sponsor. Typically by now, we already have a show sponsor. But hey, I understand, these spaces are not used to somebody being positive and focusing on men's improvement, outside of women, right? And hopefully my platform can be a springboard to where we start moving forward. Like I said, my goal has never been to, focus on the negative, just level setting the conversation. So yes, this is going to be a great show. So you guys look forward to more shows like this, more productive conversations. I'm excited to where the platform is going, and hopefully in the near future we can get some more professionals on the platform and we could discuss multiple topics. However, I still definitely will be here if I catch somebody lying on black men, like always, right? And we're going to discuss a couple of topics here, one's in a second, but it's funny, man. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the community posts, the Instagram posts, but they were hilarious. But let me get to the comments section. Who do we have in the building so far? Who's going to be the show sponsor? Let me see here. We got Breezy was here early. He said, I like the video ahead of time because I know you're going to cook. Love the diversity of your male content. Hey, I appreciate that, good brother. And I love to see you being the first one here, man. I like to see that y'all comment before the show even starts, man. That's pretty cool. And then we got Don Jeter, the big joker in the building. What's going on? Thank you, brother. He said, hit the like button. Absolutely, man. Thank you. We got 33 folks in here. Let's mirror that. Let's mirror the likes to those 33. Hopefully we get more people in here because like I said, guys, you know, I want to make sure that I do my part in these spaces to give you guys the necessary tools in becoming, you know, a successful man. Let's just say that much, right? Let's see. Oh, we got Mona D in the building. Thank you. One of the best moderators in the building. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, Mona. And Mona here. Okay, cool. What's going on? Yeah, I seen that Jada post was hilarious. I was just about to come into the office, check my phone, and I started dying laughing. Oh man, that Jada stuff is hilarious. Goodness, thank you, Mona. Appreciate that. Welcome everyone. Don't be shy. Yeah, man. You know, 35 of y'all in here. Let's cook, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is the content that we need. You know, it's gonna be a great show. I promise you that it's gonna be a great show. We it's I got some funny stuff going on for you guys, man. We got who we got in the building. T Tukes in the building. What's going on? It's a salute meeting, man. Salute to you, brother. How you feel on this good Monday, man? You know, I know the week just started, but typically it's a chance to start anew, right? You know, I always look forward to Mondays so we can start off the week right. And I promise you this show is definitely going to get you off on the right track. You know, I got a bunch of products that I use. I'm not necessarily telling you guys that you have to use them as well, but it'll just give you some helpful tips in regards to your health and hygiene, right? So I've been wanting to do the show for a while. So I'm glad I was able to fit it in during October, during the cold months for some odd reason. So I was looking on my schedule and I have a couple of things that I want to touch, but this was tops on the list. So yeah, and I'm using myself as an example as well of the things that I do to keep my men's hygiene up. You guys seen the sponsors, right? Clean Skin, we got Teach Hanley, we got Manscaped. Hey, we own it, man. We good over here. We got Chicago in the building. What's going on, brother? We got Marquise Gilmore. What's going on? He's in Chicago in the building. Yeah, I like to see that, man. My Chi-Town folks, man. How them Bulls looking this year, man? What y'all gonna do? One of my favorite players, Alex Caruso. I was pissed off that the Lakers let him go. So yeah, and then also DeMar DeRozan. We almost got him, but at the last second, something happened, something changed. But yeah, I like the Bulls, man, especially for those two players. Love and Zach LaVine. Let me not forget that brother, man. So I'm glad to see y'all in here, man. We got 36 in the building. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get it started, man. Like I said, I always do a lead in to these shows. So I actually want to start off with the community posts that you guys seen. So typically what happens under my post when something rubs, and I hate to say it, man, when something wrongs a black woman the wrong way in regards to statistics, they go to the shaming language. And I put up a couple community posts because I was, you know, when the Instagram messages went off, the notifications, because I had it on sleep mode, the first message that I got was from a young woman pushing that same narrative. And I know you guys have heard the all black men are gay and all black men are in prison, right? You've heard this before multiple times. It's been going on since when did Jungle Fever come out? 1991. I played that clip a while back just to give you guys some context in regards to how long black men have been dealing with this from our women, calling all black men gay, dead, or in jail, right? So we're going to look at some stats, and I'm doing this as an update because I've done maybe about 3 or 4 videos on the prison statistics and also the black women deletions. I've debunked all this stuff, but they're a little bit lower down on in the algorithm because I did them a while ago, maybe more, almost a year ago. So this is just going to be a statistical read off so I can clip this up and put it out there for reference so people can use this new video to send to anybody that thinks that all the black men are in jail and all the black men are gay, right? So we're going to touch on that. Before we get started, man, we finally got our show sponsor, LJ, coming through for your boy. Said thanks for covering multiple facets of health for the brothers. Oh yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Hey, you just became the show sponsor, man. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Mona, for thanking LJ. Like I said, man, I need y'all to support these type of shows more than anything because, like they do take a lot of research. I had to take some pictures for this, and I had to visit a couple of places, So, yeah, if you guys show the support in regards to the super chats and, and let me know that you guys rock with this type of content, I would definitely do more. Right. And I would prefer to do content like this, honestly, because it's right up my wheelhouse in regards to health and fitness and mental health and all that type of stuff. Right. So thank you, LJ, for pointing that out and let me know y'all rock with your boy. There you go. Hooked you up. Thank you, brother. And we got Otho Williams Jr. What's going on, brother? Shalom, brother. How you doing? Good to see you here. Mona D said, thank you. Okay, appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, LJ. All right. So, like I said before, let me play this video real quick. I was dying laughing at myself. But I played this a couple times before the show started, actually. But it doesn't hurt to play it one more time before we get into some heavy stuff in regards to prisons and the gay population. Here we go.
A chain restaurant. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You take my broke ass to get something to eat. My dusty ass. See what I get. You see what broke people eat. Take my dusty ass back home to get to work. So I had to take my dusty ass back home because I had to see what broke people eat at the Cheesecake Factory, which is one of my favorite restaurants, me and my girl's favorite restaurants. As you guys heard, I had to take her back some avocado rolls. But for lunch, I decided to go to the Cheesecake Factory to see how us dusties, eat, us broke people eat. Hey, it is what it is. I gotta find some way to nourish myself, me and my family, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go visit Cheesecake Factory, even though there are some people in the world that thinks that the Cheesecake Factory is beneath them for some odd reason, but I love it. I had me a nice orange chicken meal with the rice and the vegetables. And then I also had some crab bites as well. I took, my girl, the avocado rolls. So yeah, we in there. She eating them right now. So you guys don't know that young lady, that's the girl they call Cheesecake Factory girl now because she was appalled that, she had to go to Cheesecake Factory because she was an hour late for the actual reservations that they had at a nicer restaurant. So the guy, out of the kindness of his heart, he decided to take her to Cheesecake Factory. I don't see anything wrong with it. I frequent Cheesecake Factory. It's right around the corner from me. But she didn't want to get out the car, and she explained, and he was like, I'm just going to take your ass home. It is what it is. So, hey. But yeah, don't feel ashamed to go to Cheesecake Factory. You know what's funny? When I was in Abu Dhabi for that week, my brother's favorite restaurant is Cheesecake Factory. We went to the Abu Dhabi Mall, and we ate Cheesecake Factory. And my boy, he's from, he lives in Germany right now. They don't have a Cheesecake Factory. He's been living in Germany for the past 5 years. So he hasn't been to Cheesecake Factory in a while. So when my brother was like, hey, man, they got a Cheesecake Factory in the mall, he was like, what? Oh, man, we got to go. So we had us a nice feast at the Cheesecake Factory. So, I don't have an issue with it. If that makes me broke in the black community for some odd reason, so be it. But that whole meal, the orange chicken, the crab bites, and the takeaway that I had for the avocado rolls cost me about $47. So, hey, and who was the happiest of them all when I sent to that text, like, hey, don't eat yet. I'm going to Cheesecake Factory. And she said, don't lie. You better not be playing. You better grab me some avocado rolls, my girl. So yeah, so we enjoy it. So hey, it is what it is. And I may go back at the end of the week so we can get ourselves a cheesecake so we can have our nice little cheat meal going into the weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna do a video for that as well. So if y'all got a problem with the Cheesecake Factory, it is what it is. But I'm gonna continue eating there because the food is good and yeah, it's affordable. So I mean, I don't mind it at all. So I just thought me taking that video was funny, man, because the black community, it's funny that the black community, we have such high standards in the places where we won't eat, and that's ghetto, but we still got a long ways to go in regards to our overall income, our median income. We are definitely at the bottom, right? So for black people to be sitting there saying that you too good for Cheesecake Factory and Chili's and Applebee's, shame on you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to be eating at these places because we need to come up, right? If you're going to go out, save some money, dang it. You know, you see me doing these budget shows and trying to figure out, you know, opening people's eyes because there's a lot of folks that have never done a budget. So when they see me breaking down the yearly cost of a cable bill, they like, God, dog, like, man, when you add 12 payments up throughout the year, I'm paying that much? Or when you start adding groceries up, you paying $400, $500 a month on groceries. You start to add that up. Yeah, you paying a grip. What is that? $6,000? Don't. If my math is wrong, y'all can correct me in the comment section. But yeah, we definitely got to do better. So you gonna turn your nose up at cheesecake? Oh God, I will never eat at Cheesecake Factory. Oh, that's for broke people. And you black? Man, shut up. Y'all fools. Let me get at it. Let me get some of these comments real quick, man. Look, Red said Cheesecake Factory hit every time. Rod said that, my man. Appreciate it. Oh, man. Hey, look at this. Lamar White, your boy coming through, man, with the 99.99 super chat. He said, what's up, my brother? Caught up on all of your videos. As always, your message is always appreciated. Brother, I thank you, man. Especially like in this super chat, it means a lot because this is one of the progressive type of discussions that we're going to have. And to see you donate, you know, $100 on this show, oh man, I greatly appreciate it. It lets me know that you guys are invested in improving and moving forward, solution-based conversations, brother. So I thank you. Thank you, man. Let me update the banner real quick. And again, thank you, LJ, for starting it off, man. I definitely appreciate you. Appreciate that, brother. Let me put Lamar in there. Lamar White is tonight's show sponsor. Got you in there, brother. Thank you, man. Like I said, these shows greatly appreciated, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see here. T Tukes, Cheesecake Factory, egg rolls, and orange chicken. Yeah, man, you know what it is, brother. Hey, I had to have it. Mona D said, oh, we thank you. Yes, we do, man. And I definitely owe Mona D some money for working as hard as she does. Thank you. Thank you. Man, I appreciate it. Let's see here. Lamar White said, Cheesecake Factory is a business. Don't knock it, folks. I don't know where that narrative came from. I was shocked. We all were shocked. My brother, my homeboy, when we heard that black people were saying that Cheesecake Factory is broke or we don't go there no more because it's nasty, I was like, since when? And I'm not trying to put on airs, guys. I promise you. I think I have pictures of us going to Cheesecake Factory in Abu Dhabi, of all places, right? Truest dude, what up? He said, what up, everybody? What up, Media Man? I think that was a skit with the Cheesecake Factory chick, but it is women in the world with that mindset. Yeah, and that's why they probably did it. If it was a skit, it is what it is. But I've heard multiple black folks say that Cheesecake Factory is for broke people, or, you know, they don't like it no more. It's beneath us because it's a chain restaurant. But your ass in Chick-fil-A and McDonald's all day. I was finna say something, but oh man, E-Love, what's going on? She manifested that. She loves feeling ungrateful, so the universe served her order. Hey, it is what it is. What's going on, brother? Jaguar Andy, what's going on? Say, I just saw Cheesecake Factory this weekend in Atlanta. I had to hold off since I did put a Randy Savage elbow drop on some ramen beforehand. I love ramen, man. Ramen. And when you're in Korea, they say it like they say ramen. Ramen. I haven't been there in a while since 2011. So yeah, oh man, if you've never been, man, and you know this, I mean, of course, this may be common sense, but you go to an Asian country, yeah, the Asian food is that much better. You need to. I would literally take a trip to Korea, to Thailand, to the Philippines, to get some adobo, some lumpia. Man, oh my goodness, pad thai from Thailand. Oh Lord, don't give me the reminiscing. Sheesh. What more did he say? Those dollaritas do hit at Applebee's. Yeah, man. You come out there, but staggering. Truest dude with the $10 super chat. Yo, media man. I missed Saturday Night's Live, bro. I was out on the town, brother. Oh, good. Got to go back and watch it. You feel me? But I'm here rocking with you tonight, my G. Let's get it. Absolutely. Thank you, Truest dude, for that $10 super chat. Always supporting your boy, man. Love to see you here, man. Thank you, brother. Jason Deaver says, pasta jambalaya is on point. Keep up the great work, media man. Absolutely, man. It definitely is. Thank you. Mona D said they tripping Cheesecake Factory hits. I think me and hubby are due for a dinner date there. Yeah, man. It's hey, like I said, we may go back. So I had to run past that cheesecake, you know, in the glass that they have, because the week just started. I already exhausted my cheat day over the weekend watching USC lose. So I was pissed off at that. But I had to run past that damn glass counter so I don't stop and just somehow grab a couple of pieces of cheesecake. So, oh man, Ali, what's going on? The $10 super chase. And welcome back, bro. Good to see you back. I love talking about health and wellness. I try to educate others about this on a daily basis. I haven't been to the Cheesecake Factory in a minute. Yeah, man, and I think a lot of people are like that. But I was just shocked that it was, you know, black people in particular saying that it was cheap. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know. Let's see here. We got H2 in the building. He said, my question is, where does a bar stop? Eventually, we'll get to a point where $300 first dates are expected to be the norm. I can take a woman to McDonald's for the dollar menu and have no problem. Hey, man, it is what it is. Yeah, do what you need to do, brother. I don't care what the standard is. You the one that got to pull out your money and pay for it, or say that you're willing to go that place. If not, then you got to find another woman. And I want men to take that stance. Like, bro, if you're going on a date and you send the woman the place that you guys are going and she says, no, I don't want to go there. And you say, hey, well, that's all I'm offering. And she fights you on it. And she sends you a couple of recommendations of restaurants that she wants to go. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You be like, hey, hey, I see now that, we're not compatible, but I'm pretty sure that you'll find some brother or some man to foot the bill for that expensive ass restaurant that you want to go to, right? But if you feeling froggy, you want to go to a nice restaurant, then go. Sometimes, when you dating, you do want to visit a nice place and you want to have some female companionship with you. So if you feel like spending money on that, on Eddie V's or something like that, and you want to take a woman, treat her for a nice Eddie V dinner, then yeah, go ahead. But it's up to your discretion. You don't have to do anything. So appreciate that, H2. Lamar said, you're very welcome, Morno D. This is man has been called by God and he has served his purpose. Absolutely, man. God bless you too. Blessing to you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely received that. Jaguar Andy said, I always hear good things about Japan. So, oh my goodness. Well, I did a whole stream. Well, I did a segment of a stream about Japanese food when I was there in Tokyo. And it was funny. You can get a full meal from a vending machine right there on the street. And I know that sounds trivial, but I'm talking about a real full meal, like burgers, fries, shake, and it's actually good. I've gotten ramen out of vending machines, spaghetti dinners, traditional Japanese food. Oh my goodness. Hey, who's ever been to Japan, you would know what I'm talking about. It's one of the most progressive, technologically sound countries that I've ever been to. And it's very clean too. I love Japan. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see here. Herb, what's going on, man? With the 1999 Super Chat, Media Man. This is just for support, bro. I appreciate it. But again, I'm gonna keep saying it's just because it's this show, right? Let me see. Mona D said not run past. Oh yeah, I definitely had to run out. I had to run out. Hey, what's up, Dondrell Scott, my man, Air Force retired brother. He said, better than me. I'm grabbing that cheesecake. I'll make up for it later, brother. I just came off of a cheat day, and it took everything in my power to pass that damn glass case. I'm telling you, I seen, was it cookies and cream and strawberry cheesecake? It was a little bit of blue. Man, let me stop reminiscing before I go back. God forgive me. Let me. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Let's see, Jay Renard, what's going on, brother? With the $5 super chat, said VA back pay came through. My funds were already good. Extra, oh man, is going to gold, silver, and mutual funds. That damn gold, brother. Hey, I've been looking at the rates. Hey, we may be in there. This next pay period, we're about to have a discussion about putting a little bit of extra into that gold. Yeah, you got the right idea, Jay Renard. Man, it seemed like you're very savvy on the market, so I may have to have you up, brother. Give us some tips and tools, man. Appreciate that. You've been supporting your boy for a while, and that VA back pay, I know how that feel, man. I remember I had a civilian worker. He was owed back pay, and man, funny story. I got to tell you guys this, and I always get thrown off on a tangent, but this was actually good. I worked with this civilian guy. He was retired Air Force. He retired, I want to say in 2015, and this was around 2018. I worked with him, and him and his wife, they had been married for, I want to say 22 years, about 22 years. And she ended up leaving him, getting a divorce or whatever. So I was there through the whole process of watching him, process, get through the divorce, go to all the meetings. And it was finally finalized, and he started going to the gym with me in the morning. We would literally wake up. If I was on base and I wasn't in training or deployed or TDY, me and him made it a point. He was an older guy. He's almost 50 years old. He was a little bit out of shape. And after he got divorced, he was like, man, I'm out here. I got to get back in shape. So I did him a favor. I was like, look, if we can wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym early on our PT days, I would do it with you. And he was dedicated. He was there with me for 3 months straight, got his weight in order. Right when he hit like a nice, good size weight for his age, he got a call from the VA and he was owed back pay. I don't know how, man, it had to be like maybe 2 or 3 years, about 2 or 3 years. Man. That dude ended up, he ended up getting a huge payout right after he got divorced. And his wife probably would have took all that or half of it or something right after. He was able to quit that job, and he ended up moving to a place and finding another job where he wanted to work in Texas. And he's living a good life, and he has a new girlfriend, and he has a new truck, one of them big, I don't know what they call them, but Ford makes the biggest trucks or whatever. Yeah, he got a new truck, new house, doing very well. That was just God, God blessing him. So yeah, I was just proud of him. So it was pretty funny, man. But I definitely understand. Let's see here. Don Jeter says for the cheesecake to have valet parking and be beneath a 6 blew my mind. Yeah, oh my goodness. And that was just crazy. Let's see here. Jay Renard got a spot with sake vending machine. Oh, yes, man. And I'm a huge fan of sake and plum wine. Yes. Plum wine is the best. Y'all go to it may not be like in Japan, but if you go to your local liquor store, get you some plum wine. And matter of fact, warm it up a little bit. Man, for my single guys, do that. Buy you some plum wine and get you one of those liquor heaters. I'm gonna put it in my Amazon list. You put that in there. You let a woman taste a little bit of that. Oh yeah, she gonna think that you some type of barista or whatever. Yeah, she gonna definitely think it's you high and mighty or something. But yeah, it's amazing. I love plum wine. My goodness. Di said she wanted the The Sundial in Atlanta. Oh, I've never been. Is that a nice restaurant? See, yeah, man, you right. Hey, Mr. Donnie Mac, God definitely did. He definitely did. Man, he blessed my family. Okay, cool. There we go, Mr. Donnie Mac. So I'm familiar with the Japanese plum wine. Whoo, my goodness. We talking about some good stuff here, man. We ain't gonna even get to the show. Marquise Gilmore said the plum wine is busting. Yeah, it is. Yes. Oh, okay. Julian the Grappler, wine connoisseur. Okay, cool, man. You're gonna send me a list, man. Give us some tips. I definitely give you credit for it. I put it out to the squad. Matter of fact, I'll put it on the community post. If you got a list of wines that we should taste, please, hey, let me know. You know, I'm a huge advocate. I went to I played my video where we went to Chapelton Farms. It's the only, I believe it's the only Black-owned winery here in Houston. It's pretty new and it was amazing. I'll definitely recycle that video. It's on my page. Yeah, it's on my page. But yeah, I love wine tasting. I have a pretty good palate for wine tasting. I have my own aerator in there. So yeah, man, I love wine. So yeah, man, hook your boy up. Let's see here. Truest dude say, yo, Medium Man, where can we get plum wine at? Single guy here, and you liquor warmer. Is that what yes. I'm gonna hook y'all up. I got you. For my single guys, hey, you like I said, if you want to get married, cool. If you want to stay single, good on you as well. But I'm gonna definitely hook the single guys up so you can win on this damn dating market. And today is gonna be the day. So I got you. I definitely got you. Let's see. Jay Renard said, I think the plum wine is called Umishu. Not every liquor store knows where the wine is from. Yeah, and it's very tough. Like you have to. What I do and this is when I was in Maryland, I would take a picture of the wine or whatever, and then I would go to the liquor store, and typically I would be able to find it. They have two different types. I have a picture of it. One with a purple label and one with a cream and red label. It's in a brown bottle. If you guys, if you Google it and you see one that has a purple label, it's a dark bottle with a purple label, and then there's one with it's cream label with red writing, I believe, and it's a brown bottle. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So yeah, but I definitely, if you guys can't find it, I'll get I'll get them for you and I'll post them. But yeah, I don't have any in the house. I just started thinking about it since we started talking about Japan. But all right, let's get to these stats real quick. Let me give you now I gotta pay for excellence podcast with $2 super chat. So yes, sir. Health and wellness. Absolutely, bro. Thank you for the $2 super chat. I was just about to get into it. Oh man. Let's see here. Thank you, brother. Let's see here. All right. Chaos. Wait, hold on. One more. Chaos Rain said, Media Man, you got to tune in after your show. I got a special guest interview with the woman that wrote the book, A White Man. Oh, wow. A White Man's Tonight on my. Oh, my goodness. I got to check that out, brother. I'm definitely going to tune in. Hey, man, I appreciate you letting me know, Chaos Rain. I send everybody over there, brother. I'm going to check that out. That is wow. So thank you, brother. So let's get to these stats real quick. Y'all got me talking about plum wine and Cheesecake Factory. Let's see here. Let me open this up. Here we go. Come on up. So again, like I said, guys, this is just to be an updated video version of the statistical readout that is debunking the fact that all Black men are gay or in jail. So first, I want to read you the comment that this young woman, and trust me, this is not the first. This is not the first, and it definitely won't be the last. This is what she wrote under one of my posts that had absolutely nothing to do with prison or Black men being gay. She said, Media Man, and what percentage of Black men are in prison, dead, not into women? That's our fault too. Oh, that's right. Single Black moms, y'all are ridiculous. I don't know what made her write that. I'm not sure, but I actually decided to give her some education. However, I've yet to get a response. So basically and I always have these readily available because it happens so often that I have to have this stuff saved in my notes just to make sure I'm able to cut and paste and see what happens after that, right? So this is what I wrote. I said, I sent her, I said, how many people are locked up in the United States? The U.S. locks up more people per capita than any other nation at a staggering rate of 573 per 100,000 residents. But to end mass incarceration, we must first consider where and why 1.9 million people are confined nationwide. So even that number alone, if you put things into perspective, let me make this make sense. If we have 332 million people in the United States and there's only 1.9 million people incarcerated, what does that tell you? What does that equate to? That equates to, and I did the figures for you guys. Hold on one second. How much is that out of, where's my numbers? Hold on. We got to get this out here. Let's see here. Where did I put that number? 1 second, guys. I want to be clear here. Hold on. Yeah, I know I did. Did I send it? Oh, okay. My bad. So I actually did the number for the total number of people incarcerated, on probation, and on parole. So total, it's 5.7 million. There's 332 million people living in the U.S. So remember, this encompasses men, women, children, so on and so forth, right? So that number equates to 1.71% of the U.S. population. Like I just said, currently, in correctional facilities, incarcerated, i.e. incarcerated right now, parole, and probation. Remember what I just said, right? We're going to touch on that here in a second, but I just wanted to put things into perspective. And also, if you look at the Black community, there's approximately about 41 million Black people living in the U.S. So even if 1.9 million Black people were in prison, that's still not much of a dent for the total Black male population of about almost 20 million. So the narrative that half, all, majority Black men being in jail is just not true. And it's funny that when we have these conversations with these political people, with people who just don't like Black men in general, and they want to keep the Black community in this impoverished type situation, or they want to feed the Black community that, the majority of Black people are incarcerated, they'll always forget to put things into perspective, right? And I'm going to go over the numbers here in a second, but I just wanted to make sure that we are very clear. And that's the reason why I'm reiterating these topics, because they are important, especially since, the political season is coming up. So you're going to hear people try and gaslight, the Black community by putting these numbers out here. Black people only make up 13% of the population, but they're 38% of the prison population. What does that mean? Why don't you give them context and tell them how many Black people are actually in prison? And I'm going to give you guys those numbers right now if you didn't catch the community post. So let's open this back up. Let me make this a little bit wider for you guys. So we just covered that. That's what I sent to old girl. So let's go here, and I'm going to go ahead and read this off to you guys. Together, these systems almost hold 2 million people in 1,566 state prisons, 102 federal prisons, 2,850 local jails, 1,510 juvenile correctional facilities, 186 immigration detention facilities, and 82 Indian country jails, as well as in military prisons, civil commitment centers, state psychiatric hospitals, and prisons in the U.S. territory. So that's key there, because typically when people try and place this narrative that all Black men are in prison, they always just, they compartmentalize prison, like jail, prison, right? What I just read off to you guys is everybody that's in confinement, from the psychiatric wards to the juvenile facilities. That's what that means. So this is just not prison. This encompasses everything. That 1.9 million is Everybody, right? Not just black people, the whole United States population who are confined. All right, let's continue. I want to put things into perspective. So, if you look at the mass incarceration, the whole pie, 2022, you guys can visit this this website. It has all the information that you need. It's called Prison Policy. They have everything for you. It says 38% of 1.9 million equates to 722,000 black men and women incarcerated. There are 41 million black people in the United States. 722,000 of 41 million is 1.76% of the black population that is incarcerated, right? So, and it's just doing my approximates. If you want to, separate black men and black women, I would say at the very most, it will be 1.5% for black men, about 1.4% at the lowest, right? Because black men do outnumber black women in prisons, which every man of every racial demographic outnumber their women in the prison population. However, black women's incarceration numbers are rapidly increasing as black men's incarceration rates are decreasing. Did you guys know that? Yeah, look it up. It's very simple. Very simple. So yeah, so we are actually decreasing our numbers. I believe since they've been tracking this since 2006 to now 2018 was the last update. It's been steadily decreasing for black men who are being incarcerated. So yes, black men are pulling themselves up by the bootstraps, as they say, right? And getting out of prison. But again, only about 1.5% of the black male population is currently incarcerated, right? As a black community, 1.76%. It's very simple, right? Let's continue. So, and I made this in in capitals, in all caps, just to put that out there. You guys see that? Cool. Now, let's talk about this real quick. Okay, says these racial disparities are particularly stark for black Americans, who make up 38% of the incarcerated population, despite representing only 12% of the U.S. residents. The same is true for women, whose incarceration rates have for decades have risen faster than men's, and who are often behind bars because of financial obstacles such as an inability to pay bail, right? So there you go again. It's basically telling you for women and black women is the highest. Now, the U.S. justice system controls about 5.7 million people, more than half of whom are on probation, right? 5.7 million of 332 million U.S. population equals 1.71% of people, not just black men, are either on probation, in correctional facilities, and on parole. So there you have it, guys. 5.7%, or 5.7 million, and then 1.7% of the total U.S. population. Very simple. And these are the numbers. Are the graphs that they use to break it down, and it shows you how many people are locked up by state prisons, local jails. They have the federal prisons, and this is just basically showing you what they're locked up for. You have drug, public order, property, not convicted, convicted, marshals, convicted, all that type of stuff, right? Immigration, drugs, all types of stuff. Everything is in here, right? This is a simple Google search for people, but for some odd reason, the women in our community love running with this narrative that all black men are gay, broke, dead, or in jail, right? And the women's incarceration patterns, which is slightly different. You see it's more women in local jails, state prisons, as I stated before. All races of men outnumber their women in regards to incarceration. So 99,000 women are currently in state prisons. 101,000 are in local jails. And then you have immigration detention, youth, federal prisons, all that type of stuff, right? So it's very simple. All that stuff is there for you guys. All right. And here's some more quick numbers for you guys. I'll go over this. So women's prison populations have grown faster than men's, as I stated before. After peaking in 2008, women's prison population have declined less than 5%. After peaking in 2009, men's prison population have declined almost 12%. Wow. There's something. So I told you guys. And this growth was measured from 1978 to 2019, if you guys can see that right there. And then also, most people are in prison are poor. And the poorest are women and people of color. So who's a woman and people of color? Black women. Lord have mercy. Median annual pre-incarceration incomes for people in the state prisons ages 27 to 42 compared to incomes of the same age non-incarcerated people by race, ethnicity, and gender. And these was in 2014 dollars. Let's see here. So not incarcerated annual income for black men back then was 31,000, a little over 31,000. Annual incarcerated income was at 17,000, a little over 17,000. Now, if you look at black women outside, non-incarcerated, 24,000. Again, black men make more, and then black women incarcerated, 12,000, right? And also Hispanic women at 11,000, almost 12,000. So people of color, there you go. Sheesh. All right. So hopefully all that stuff makes sense for you guys. So y'all have the information out there, and I'm going to go straight in. Before I get to the comment section, I'm going to start. Let me get to the LGBTQ numbers. This won't be, it'll be pretty fast. So you guys have seen this stuff before. Hopefully if you're new here, have a seat. I got you. So this is, again, in response to her. You guys heard what she said. What percentage of black men are in prison dead, not into women, i.e., all these black men are gay. 1.2 million black LGBTQ adults live in the U.S. 1.2 million. Again, if you translate that to the whole black community, 41 million, right? 1.2 million. But you would think, well, what black women would think was like, well, that 1 million belongs to black men, and we only equate for 200,000. Wrong. All right. And like I stated on the post, this information is simply to help black men respond to black women who think that the majority of black men are gay. The study was done by UCLA Williams Institute, the School of Law. I actually, when I did the full video or the full post, I actually linked that video in there. If you guys want to check it out, you can go to my community tab. You'll see it on there. Over 11.3 million LGBTQ adults live in the U.S. They are a part of every community throughout the country and are diverse in terms of personal characteristics, socioeconomic outcomes, health status, and lived experiences. As I stated before, 1.2 million black LGBT adults live in the U.S. About 40% of LGBT adults are people of color, including 12% who identify as black. Only 12%. Wow. Did y'all know that? I get that? Okay, cool. So the black LGBT adult population is younger than the population of black non-LGBT adults. Over half, 57% of black LGBT adults are under the age of 35 compared to 34% of black non-LGBT adults. The gender divide among black adults is greater for black LGBT adults, as 61% of black LGBT adults are women, compared to 56% of black non-LGBT adults who are women, right? So they're comparing the two between black LGBT adults. So women for women, black women. But if you, the most key thing that you need to focus on, 61% of all black LGBT adults are women. 61% of 1.2 million is approximately 732,000 black women who identify as LGBTQ in the U.S. 39% of 1.2 million is approximately 468,000 black men who identify as LGBTQ in the U.S. Approximately 468,000 LGBTQ black men of 19.91 million, that was from 2020, the population, black men in the U.S. equals 2.3% of the black male population. So there you have it. Less than, what is that? Less than 3.5%, I would say. If you use the prison statistics, you add those up. Less than 4% of black men are gay and in prison. Less than 4%, right? So they always say, well, you got to factor in that. But what about the black women? Let me pull myself up here real quick. So if we know that black women, LGBTQ members outnumber black men, and we know that only, less than 4% of black men are gay or in prison, what does that tell you? Right? So it works on both ways. It's not that many. So black women, you got to blame your singleness on something else. It's not because all the black men are gay or in jail. It's because of you. It's that simple. And I know the go-to is going to be, well, what about all these, down low brothers? How many down low brothers you think that is? Sometimes y'all watch too much TV. And what's funny is that you watch these shows, Netflix, Hulu, network television, and you'll see a large representation of the LGBTQ population. And it kind of clouds everyone's mind into thinking that the LGBTQ population is bigger than it actually is, because there's no problem with them focusing on inclusion for the LGBTQ members. But when we have so much representation of that community, most people tend to believe that, the LGBTQ population is just, running rampant out here when it's only 11.3 million LGBTQ members in the United States. So that's where that narrative comes from. And also, when black women have a failed relationship, then the guy must be gay. We've heard this narrative multiple times, right? Everything a black man does, he is zesty, sassy. Y'all have heard all these types of conversations. I've already asked the LGBTQ community, how do they feel about black women using that as an insult towards black men? No one has yet to respond, right? So I don't know. It's not my business, but all I know is this: less than 4% of black men are in prison, and in prison are gay. And there's far more black women who identify as LGBTQ than black men. So this narrative that you guys try and go to and use it as shaming language against black men is just simply false. And also, let me address this real quick while I'm here. Did I have anything to? Yeah, let me address this real quick. Let's go to Atlanta. Since everybody always want to point to Atlanta as being the most gayest city. No, it's number 5 on the list. If you guys go to the Insider Monkey, they have a breakdown by percentage, and you can also back these up with the numbers at the Williams Institute. The 10 gayest black cities in America. The population percentage, 53.5% percentage of the LGBTQ population. 4.2% was in Atlanta. And not so long ago, Atlanta was named Black Mecca, being one of the blackest cities in America. Let's see here, being the core of the civil rights movement and one of the best cities for the black population. Nevertheless, with 4.2% of the population, 4.2 of the gay population, it also takes place on our list. So it's number 5 on the list. So I wanted to put that out there, right? For people who saying that Atlanta is so gay or whatever. No, there is a larger contingent of gay folks that live in Atlanta, but the whole state or the whole city is not gay. I just wanted to make sure y'all understand that. So wanted to put that in there. Big caps. Right? Oh, there we go. Oh, now let me go over here. So this is the study. Shit. Right here. Y'all see that? You can go here. Updated January 2021. Very new. Black LGBT adults in the U.S. And here are the authors that actually conducted this study. The report analyzes several data sources to provide information on adults who self-identify as Black and LGBT. in the study in the U.S. and by region. It focuses on demographic characteristics and several key domains of well-being, including mental health, physical health, economic health, and social and cultural experiences. So the authors are right here. And I only want to focus on one. The Senior Scholar of Public Policy was actually done by a Black woman. There you go right there. So she was actually involved. Miss Bianca Wilson. Black woman was on there. Oh, shocker, right? Shouts out to her for contributing and doing the great work that she did to put out that study for the UCLA Williams Institute. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Now that we got all that cleared up, you guys will have this in its own little video as soon as I clip it up tomorrow, and you can use this as ammo, so to speak, to make your points when you see our women using this against Black men. That's why I'm here, and I may have to make a point of doing this every month because you guys have no idea how many times we see that argument come up. And also, let me address this. There were multiple people, Black men and Black women, in the community post saying that, well, what about how did mass incarceration affect the people before us, the Black men before us? Basically saying that I need to account for all of the Black men who are probably already passed away, right? Because when I told them that I put the parole and probation numbers on this, on the slideshow, they were like, yeah, I see that, but we need to account for how many people were affected from the mass incarceration. Why? Why are you bringing that up? The argument is always how many Black men are in jail, in prison right now. Why the hell do you want me to go back to the 30s, 40s, and 50s to get the numbers on that to make a point or to move the goalposts when we have these conversations? Why? What sense does that make? We're talking about right now. I gave you the numbers of people who are on parole and on probation and also incarcerated. That's good enough. Stop trying to move the goalposts by saying that we need to factor in all the people that were incarcerated and what about the people that didn't get caught and all this foolery. I only see that when it's something that puts Black men in a positive light. Because if we know that damn near more than 98% of the Black population is free, then why the hell is the Black community always focus on the 1.76% of Black people who are incarcerated? We need to be focused on the people who are out free. And yes, I understand that there are some people that are in prison that are locked up and they shouldn't be. I understand that. And it's funny that we have the most exonerations. The black men have the most exonerations because of the fact that they do find out that we weren't guilty. I definitely understand that, and I want that work to continue to get those brothers free. However, when we look at the overall point of these conversations, do not let these politicians gaslight you into believing that the majority of Black men are in prison. 98-point-something% of the Black population is free, walking around amongst you. And let me be clear with Black women, and I've said this before. When y'all use that point of saying that, well, what about the Black men in prison? That has never stopped Black women from considering those men for marriage and sex. So let's just stop that shit right now. I already did a video about this. So even though you guys use that example of saying, well, Black men in prison, all of them in prison, that don't make them less viable candidates for marriage and sex with y'all, right? We seen the videos. So if you're going to continue to make this argument, I don't know if you're trying to make it seem like you are removing those guys from being eligible, because you're not. Y'all still trying to get pregnant by men who are currently locked up. You still getting married to men who are currently locked up, right? Even going to jail for men who are currently locked up. There's been multiple parole officers, Black female parole officers that have been locked up for having sex with some of the convicts in there, right? The most notable was the 4 that I think all of them got pregnant in Baltimore. So Black women, I don't know who you think you're fooling by using that as an example, because y'all have never disqualified men who are in prison. I don't know. Go watch Kendra G's show. There's a dude on there who like she had a couple prisoners call in, and women was asking for his information. There was another dude on her show who had admitted to being in jail. I think he's from New Orleans, and he actually showed a firearm on camera while he was on with Kendra G. And Kendra G came back and said that, hey, that dude said that he gets the most responses from women. Who do you think those women are? Right? Black women. So yeah, so they don't disqualify men who are in prison. I don't know why y'all trying to use that. I mean, what you trying to decrease the dating pool for black women, right? Because if you remove the prison population, then you can just go ahead and remove what, damn near 1-2% of your dating pool, your dating options, because there's still options for y'all. So shut up. It's trying to use that against black men. Who y'all think y'all fooling? Let's move on. Truest dude, my bad. Let me get this $10 super chat. He says she's mad because the brothers she wants don't want her. Typical hyena. Listen and learn. Yeah, and I have yet to get a response. So I'm gonna just go ahead and block her in a second. I gave her a whole day to respond, but she didn't. So it is what it is. Let me see here. Truest dude said a loudmouth hyena. Oh my goodness. Trying to come for the wrong guy. She didn't know she was barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people know that. I just had to correct one of the pages that I follow on Instagram. There was I don't know who the black man was. He was speaking at the Black Enterprise event for black men. And he was on stage and he said flat out lie that the median household income for black people was $24,000. And I immediately corrected them on the page. That dude is lying. He's just trying to make it seem like black people are doing worse. And yes, we can do better. I think the number, and I'll let you guys know. Hold on, let me see here. I think I still got it up. Hopefully they responded and they, I would like them to remove that post because the brother was actually lying. Hold on. Let me read this off. Gentleman. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, they still got it up. So he said, the black population, the median income was $24,000. So what I put on the post, I said that's a scare tactic. Yes, the black community can do better. However, he's flat out lying to make an impoverished sympathy point. The median income in 2022 was at $52,000 for black households. This was a slight increase from the previous years following C-19 pandemic. In 1990, the median income among black households was $38,000, right? And then I said the median income in 2022 was at $81,000 for white non-Hispanic families. So yes, we can do better in comparison to white folks, right? But to sit there and flat out lie and say the median income for the black community is $24,000 is absurd. And he did that on stage. And I'll definitely clip this up and tag this page in it because I like the page. I like what is it called, the Q Gentleman, right? Very positive platform, but sometimes, man, black people get beside themselves, and they'll say some foolery because nobody is equipped or even care enough to look at the statistics. But luckily, I do because this is what I do, right? So yeah, so I had to correct them on that. Let's see here. Mona D says there's more LGBTQ women than men. Ladies, stop spreading false narratives. That's it. Yeah, it is. And that's it. I mean, you could just look outside. All these women damn near fiddling around with each other. Oh, man. Let's see. Don Jeter, the big joker, says them likes looking good. Okay, cool, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. We got 75 in the building right now. Appreciate that. Don Jeter also says, Medium Man, I say it more than enough as Atlanta native. The LGBT community is literally confined and it's all migrants to the city. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm definitely pretty sure. I hate people say the entire city LGBT. It's not true. Yeah, they here, but where aren't they not? Yeah, man. And I think, Atlanta folks such as yourself probably get a little bit more vocal because that is a narrative that is out there. And I think I see women spread that narrative the most, especially when they talk about dating. That's why I did those multiple videos asking Atlanta folks what's up. So I put the statistics out there for reference. So yeah, so you guys can probably be a little bit more vocal and be like, yo, man, they in this particular place or whatever it is. I don't know. Jay Renard said 24K E3 after taxes. That's funny. Depending on your state, is higher than that. Yeah, he said $24,000 for a household, mind you. Just flat out lying, man. Lamar Wyatt says fiddling around. Yeah. Don't laugh at me, man. Yeah, they whatever they do. What Theo has a drop. Theo Coop on the Do Better podcast. I think it was from South Park. It's like, I ain't even gonna say it, man. I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh man, Jay Renard brother was lying about household income. Yeah, man, straight up lying. And it just came across my page, and the whole crowd was like, "Oh, like it was, yeah, I would be shocked too. Like 24,000, black men alone make 46,000. What the hell wrong with our people, man? Why we do this to each other? We are not, the black community is not. We're not helpless. Jesus, why we do that to us? Why we do that to each other? Make it seem like we're doing worse than we actually are. Man, celebrate the wins. Sweet Jesus. You see black men's incarceration rates are steadily dropping. Why we can't celebrate that? Lord. Man, the black community, let me stop, man. This ain't even a show for that, but it just, I don't know. We got a long ways to go, man. Long ways to go. We get there. So let's get into this health and wellness. Spice it up a little bit. But I do have some stats that I want to break down for you guys just to give you an overview and especially get the men thinking about going to get your health checks. So real quick, being that I was in the military for 20 years, and I know we have a lot of military folks in here as well, we are required to get a medical checkup every year, right? We have to go there for dental and all that type of stuff. And then if you're a rapid deploying career field like I was, every time you go, for a deployment, you have to get checked pre and post deployment, right? So you get checked before you go, and then you get checked once you return. The same thing happens for me when I travel for work, right? We have a global medicine center where we have all our shots. We have to get checked. We get our blood work. Just had mine, 2 appointments on the 22nd and the 29th of September, right? Got all my blood work done. Got my STD panels, everything. Got everything checked. So it's routine for me since I've been doing it for so long. So I get checked every 6 months because of the fact that I travel frequently for work. And I also get my teeth checked. I go to my dental checkups every year. I know that some, and some of the numbers that I was looking at in regards to how many people visit the dentist. Let me just say this: being scared of the dentist is not an excuse to not go. You have to get your teeth checked. And that's probably one of the main reasons why a lot of folks' breasts stink. And I'm not just talking about men, I'm talking about women as well. Because y'all don't, probably got some dead teeth back there. And it's omitting an odor, you know what I'm saying? Like them cartoons with that green ass smoke, float through the wind, and it hit somebody in this little tinge. They're like, hey, who is that stinking? And you never know. It could be your breath because you ain't been to the dentist since you was a kid, since you was living with your moms. No, we grown here. You got to go get your checkups because I want to see y'all around. And most of this stuff, again, preventable. Y'all need to get your checkups so you can catch this stuff early, right? And let me show you something real quick. So this is what they recommend. Hold on real quick. So men older than 50 should have a yearly physical exam. And men younger than 50 should have a physical exam every 3 to 5 years. Even if you're feeling healthy, a regular checkup with your healthcare team is a good way to validate your health or identify a problem in its early stages. And this is from the Mayo Clinic, very respected, right? So if you have a history in your family, again, this is not medical advice, it's just education. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you somewhat of a blueprint of education is what I would think that you should look into. Let me just make that very clear. But if you have a history of your family having issues in regards to heart disease, diabetes, things of that nature, obesity, then yes, it may be a reason for you to up those visits if you're a younger person from 3 years to every year. I would recommend, if I was telling you, I would say go every year so you can address any issues that you're having. And also, if you're a single guy, you want to be sexually active on this dating market, you need to make it a common practice to know your status. The same for the women that you have sex with. So yes, I'm for men enjoying themselves on the dating market. However, I do want you guys to protect yourselves, and I also want you to get tested prior to having sex. You can enjoy this dating market just as much as the next man, but just make sure you take care of your part and the women that you sleep with as well. Go get tested, right? Everybody should know their status. You should be able to pull up your chart, my chart. CVS can do it for you. I think Walgreens can do it as well, or you can go to your local healthcare provider and schedule it. Tell them to take your blood, get everything, do urine tests, all that type of stuff, right? Make sure you clean when you're out in these streets, man. And guys, don't rely on the woman, to this is something that I heard. There's guys out there, well, if the woman is clean, then shit, I'm good. No, brother. It's funny. Women's their STIs can lie dormant because it's inside. It's very tough to they probably won't, sometimes they won't have symptoms, they don't see it. There may not be any bumps on the outside or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't rely on the woman. Joe, my girl just got tested 2 weeks ago, so she good. No, man. Why you ain't going to get tested? What the hell you doing out there, right? Yeah, get tested, man. Let's see here. Oh, we got a $10 super chat from Choose Dude, my man. Cashing your boy out. Thank you, brother. Said just had my yearly checkup today. Everything checked out good. Now to get this weight off me, bro, and buy some new suits. Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, brother. Quiet Storm, what's going on, brother? Said blood work once a year, minimum STD panel once every 3 months. Yeah, man, especially if you active, man. I keep telling folks, you can enjoy the dating market, but make sure you safe, man. You don't want to catch something that you can't get rid of. So, Jaguar Andy said, I want to get some new suits too, but I have no events to suit up for. Well, just make sure you ready to go, because when something comes up, you don't want to be that guy that has to scramble to find something in Macy's or something like that, right? You want to have your suits readily available, and that's something that I had to learn as well, right? Because I was going off the rack when I didn't know about suits like that. So now that I do, I always make sure I have my standards, or my mainstay suits readily available. They fit. I need to let them out, or I need to take them in once I lose weight. Hey, they're always ready to go. So let's see here. Let's continue with a couple of these statistics. Let me pull this up. And trust me, guys, I'm just doing this for your own situational awareness. It is going to get a little bit spicy here in a second. So what I learned in regards to this poll that was conducted by Intamina, it says women claim to have a better understanding of how to care for their hygiene than men, 57% to 42%, according to new research conducted by one poll from Intamina. Results showed that most respondents agreed that proper personal hygiene care should be taught as early as possible, 87%. But 38% of people said people who don't know how to take care of their hygiene shouldn't be ashamed or embarrassed because of it. And that's why we're doing this live stream. A survey of 1,000 men and 1,000 women looked at the differences in how the genders care for their hygiene and found that while 73% of all respondents said that hygiene care is easy, 1 in 10 women said the opposite. On average, women also put 1 more hour a week into caring for their hygiene as showering, shaving, etc. 10 versus 9. So women tend to have a better grasp in regards to their health and hygiene. So men, we have some room for improvement. Now, here are the numbers. Let me show you guys this. And and you're looking at this, and so let me just say this. You're looking at the numbers right there, and you're like, oh, they look pretty high. But why aren't those numbers at 100%? That should tell you something, right? That should tell you some people that's dirty up out here. So, these numbers should be at 100%. So, personal hygiene habits do you regularly perform? This was from the poll that they did. Out of those 2,000 people, men and women, washing hands, only 90%. That should be at 100. Washing your body, 90%. Brushing teeth, 87%. Applying deodorant, so that's antiperspirant, 84%. Washing hair, 83%. Washing intimate areas, that's only at 81%. It's only at 81%. That should be at 100%. Now you see why I'm telling y'all to get tested and make sure you good. Get this good Manscaped, fellas. Is any of this shocking to you? Like, man, why isn't this at 100%? Washing my face / skincare, 77%. Cutting my nails, 64%. Using mouthwash, 62%. Flossing, 51%. That's it right there. That's where people mess up. So I hope this is shocking some of y'all. And here it is. This is SWNS Media Group as the leading daily news provider to national newspapers, national / international digital news sites, blogs, social communities, and commercial news channels. So there you go. And here's the link. I'll definitely clip this up and put that in the description once I make these videos. But yeah, so you should be looking at that and be like, man, what the hell? Like, why aren't these at 100%? There's some dirty people out there. So, Teej Hanley, our sponsor. You know what I'm saying? You know what I do. Oh, man. So, this is not a commercial, guys, to say, hey, man, go ahead and buy some Teej Hanley because, I mean, hey, if you want to support your boy, I greatly appreciate it if you could. Quiet Storm, since I got you here, man. Yeah, you already put it in there. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, if you guys want to grab some Teej Hanley, please make sure you support your boy. Hold on, I got this real quick. Let me put this up. So Teej Hanley actually did their own poll, and what they found was that their survey results said that 33% of all men surveyed admit to not washing their face every day. 33%. 63% of men do not regularly use face wash to clean their face. 11% say they've never even tried it. 32% of men use bar soap to wash their face. 45% of men think that bar soap is just as effective as face wash. Men aged 18 to 24 are twice as likely to not wash their face at all compared to men 45 to 54. Wow. Guys, young men, what you doing? But hey, old men, hey, you not out of the weeds yet. Let me show you something. Let me make that wider for you guys. Men aged 45 to 54 are 30% more likely to believe that washing their face with soap is as effective as anything else compared to men aged 18 to 34. 20% of men use body wash to wash their face. 80% of men surveyed think that women's products might work as well for them as skincare products designed specifically for men. No, guys, we have different anatomy, different pH balance, all that type of stuff. 40% of men have never tried skincare product designed for men. 83% of men 65 and over agreed that men need to look after their skin, while only 59% of young men aged 18 to 24 agreed. Guys, Lord have mercy. We got to do better. And this is the readout that you can get from the Teej Hanley website. And it just basically shows you the stats that I just read off for you guys. If you wanted to check that out and you support your boy and get some of that Teej Hanley, I definitely appreciate seeing those conversions come up when you guys do purchase. So I'm going to show you my setup, my facial setup. Like I said, I even use myself as an example. So I went to my my side of the bathroom. Let me just say that much. And I took a couple pictures. So here's my setup. This is what I use. You have the face wash, daily face wash, and then you use the AM once you get done. And then once you wash your face at night, you put on the PM and you're good to go. And they also have an exfoliation scrub as well. But as I told you guys before, and you may see it now, I have very oily skin, right? So if I didn't treat my face, you know, with the Teach Hanley and also the other products that I'm about to show you, yeah, I would literally be sweating. Oil would be coming out of my pores. And I had to actually get this tested by a dermatologist to make sure that I was taking care of my face the proper way, because I used to break out when I was in the military because, you know, I have very oily skin. And I had never been to a dermatologist until I got tired of it. And I was like, okay, cool. Let me see what the hell is going on. Never had acne, but I did used to get these bumps on my face because of the fact that I had oily skin. So I use my Teach Hanley, but I also have to use my exfoliation items, right? So what you guys are looking at here, these are exfoliation gloves. So the reason why you exfoliate, guys, is to get rid of that dead skin. And you also see my little pads that my girl actually bought me, and I do have a beard detangler as well. You can't really see it right there, but it's a little black thing that you hold in the hand, and it'll make sure that you don't get any ingrown hairs in your beard. Remember, I'm on my journey to grow my little beard, so I just got to make sure I don't get any ingrown hairs. But the good thing about having a girl, you know, or a significant other, is they love to dig out ingrown hairs for you. So yeah, if you know, if anything, if you know, want to get a girlfriend, get one for that reason alone. I'm just playing. I'm just playing, ladies. And also back there, you see a little scrub pad. It's like a little stretchy thing that I use to exfoliate my skin and also get my back. I'm a pretty muscular guy, so I can't reach certain areas on my back. And typically, you know, it's something that my girl likes to do. She likes to scrub my back for me. Also oil my back, but when she's not here, then I'll go ahead and get it with my exfoliation pad or whatever, right? So yeah, make sure you guys exfoliate. That does not make you sassy. Exfoliate your damn skin. And also for my face, I had to use this. This is Derma Control for Cetaphil. And it's basically oil absorbing moisturizer. Once again, guys, like I said, I have very oily skin. So I have to make sure that I put this this lotion on my face to make sure that I keep the oiliness down. And I also have this particular antibacterial soap that you can get from Amazon. And while we're here, let me go ahead and drop Medium Man's Amazon list. I updated it with most of the products that you guys will see on this live stream. You will be able to go to my Amazon list and check that out. Here we go. There you go. So that's my Amazon list. And you'll see the Derma Control and the Sufflo antibacterial soap that actually helps with oily skin. It'll definitely dry you out. So when you go to sleep, when you wash your face, you use that, right? We got any? Let me get to some of these. I think we got some super chats that I missed. So yeah, so I just wanted to make that clear. My bad. If I missed y'all, let's see here. Okay, Pretty Boy 79. My bad, big bro. With the $10 super chat. Thank you, bro. No comments or questions. Thank you. And we got Quiet Storm, the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Said lost 61 pounds in 6 months by changing my diet and exercising. Got taken off blood pressure meds, kit my crap machine, and only take daily vitamins. Absolutely, man. Blessings to you, man. Congrats. Man, that's a huge accomplishment, brother. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Alex Miner, what's going on, brother? With the $4.99 super chat, he says, on day one of a 3-day fast. Pray for me, bro. Oh, man, I know you got it, brother. I know that's tough. I've done it before. Yeah, I was able to make it through. So, man, you're a younger brother than me. You got this. I definitely, I got faith in you. Keep me posted on that, brother. I love to hear the journey, man. I love to hear y'all boys, man, doing it big with this fitness stuff, man. Shout out to you and Quiet Storm, Alex Miner and Quiet Storm, getting it in. Jaguar Andy said, "There you go, man. I like eating aloe leaves as a natural vitamin. If I had more plants, I do it on a regular." Oh wow, that's pretty good. James Dean, I thought my lady was the only one that loves attacking my ingrown hair. Oh no, man. I think they all love that. Popping pimples and all that foolery. I don't know what I don't know what the fascination is to see us flinch or inflict pain. And it's funny, James, if you watch your lady's face when she's doing it, it's probably a big ass smile on her face. I don't know why. It's just hold on, don't move here. I got it. They like him for some odd reason. So Jaguar Andy, since we're talking about hygiene, anyone here ever made their own soap? Oh, that'd be cool. I wonder if anybody did. Only thing I know about making your own soap was one of my favorite movies, Fight Club. So when they was using the excess fat from women getting lipo and making that soap, but I'm pretty sure there's a more hygienically sound way to make your own soap. Truest dude said, Quiet Storm, congrats on your weight loss. Yeah, absolutely, man. Salute to Quiet Storm, man. Yeah, so let's continue with this list. And like I said, guys, we got a bunch of good stuff. I got a bunch of good stuff coming up. So hold on. So if you guys don't know, we just had Global Hand Washing Day on October 15th. That was on Sunday, right? So I didn't get to the post, because I was attending some seminars or whatever for this, guys. So we got our email on October 13th. So we just had hand washing. Do you know this is one of the biggest things that a lot of people miss? They don't wash their hands. So each year on October 15th, I want you guys to remember this. The CDC celebrates Global Hand Washing Day to raise awareness of hand washing with soap and water as an effective and affordable way to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. If you work in the medical career field, you know how important it is to wash your hands, right? So here's a little bit of background in regards to the movement. And before we get into how often, I want you guys to listen to this quick audio video about washing hands. Here we go.
Hands helps you stay healthy. Make sure you wash your hands at key times when you're likely to get and spread germs. Key times include before you prepare or eat food, after using the toilet, and after coughing, sneezing, or blowing your nose. If you have someone who guides you, ask them to wash their hands to prevent the spread of germs. If you use a service animal to guide you, remember to wash your hands after working with your service animal. The best way to clean your hands is to wet your hands with clean water and add soap. Rub your hands together to lather soap, covering the back of your hands, between your fingers and under your nails, making sure to scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. Rinse your hands and dry them with a clean towel or allow them to air dry. If you don't have access to soap and water, use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Make sure to rub the hand sanitizer all over your hands until they feel dry. Please remember to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer at key times.
All right, and there was a key point in there. She said that, and this is one of the things as a public health professional that I see a lot of people doing wrong. They'll have access to soap and water, however, they'll keep hand sanitizer in their purse or in their pocket, and they'll use that instead. No, if you have access to washing your hands the correct way, go ahead and do so. And also, if you have visible dirt and stains on your hands, you need to go use soap and water. Do not use that damn hand sanitizer. That's only when you don't have access to other means, right? Just wanted to be clear on that. So hold on, let me sure. All right. Let me get one of these comments. I saw a good comment. Who was an engineer? Jaguar Andy said, I wash my hands to the point my skin dries out, but since I garden and play in manure, I don't have much of a choice. Yeah, man. Like I said, if it's you working, man, you work with your hands, you got to take care of it. But once you get done, I'm pretty sure you take care of it, like you said, man. Yeah, you good. White Knight Assassin said, I'm an engineer, so after touching things, I got to use that orange glow soap to get my hands clean. Yeah, when I used to be in the flight line and I used to, work out there, yes, we used to use that gritty orange soap or whatever, that solution. I know my aircraft mechanics, they used to that. So, yeah, we used to have to go check that stuff to make sure they were up to date and it wasn't expired. But yeah, that soap get everything off. Oh man. Let's see here. There we go. True as do say hand sanitizer is not a substitute for soap and water, people. Yeah, and we got to stop that. You know, people fell in love with hand sanitizer once, you know, C19 hit. But when you have access to soap and water, please, guys, do so. White Knight says to notice how the hand sanitizer comes after you wash your hands. That don't work unless you wash your hands. Yeah, man. There you go. Glad y'all get it, man. See, we got a very intelligent group of folks in here. But like I said, sometimes common sense is not so common, right? Let's see here. All right. So here's another statistic. Let me remove this and bring this back up. All right. So a recent survey among American men and women found that slightly fewer men than women rated hand washing as very important. In several key contexts, 84% versus 91% after using the toilet. So 84% of men and 91% of women wash their hands after using the toilet. 68% versus 72% before a meal. 66% versus 74% after using public transport. Again, even though those numbers are above 50%, that should be at 100%. But hopefully these statistics are waking you guys up. Everybody out there are not using these common hygiene practices. Washing your hands before you eat, washing your hands just, you know, after using the toilet, you would think that would be common sense. It's not. So that's why we're doing this, to make sure that you guys understand that you need to be clean because everybody else may not be, right? Oh my goodness. So let's get into some fun topics now that I got y'all attention. And if you're squeamish, you may want to look away. And I already tested this video on YouTube, so we're good to play it. It's not nothing crazy, but it may look a little bit wild beforehand. But let's go ahead and play it. We're into the dental phase now. Let's get to it. There you go. Y'all know what that is? What does that look like to you? Anybody, can you guess? Can you guess? What is this? What are we looking at right here? Very close-up shot. What are we looking at? Anybody in the comments? Let me see. Who said Darren, what's going on? Darren Pierre Lewis says, especially in nursing, hand washing is very important. Absolutely. Yeah, it is, man. Oh, yeah, that's you, man. Yeah, it is. There we go. The tongue. Hey, y'all got it. Here we go. Let's get some of these beautiful doctors and dental hygienists to speak a little bit.
First part of that video is a normal tongue. All those little bead-looking bumps are called papilla, and they give our tongue that rough texture. And on the top of those papilla are taste buds and nerve endings. But then the video turns into a tongue with a white coating on it, and that, my friends, is not healthy. That white coating is a sign of debris and bacteria buildup, and it needs to be cleaned. The way to clean it is by using a tongue scraper to remove all that debris off your tongue, or if you don't have a tongue scraper, use your toothbrush.
All right, real quick. So we just heard from Dr. Mackey. So that was Dr. Mackey. She's a general dentist, and she's actually on TikTok. So they have a lot of dentists and dental hygienists on TikTok, and they do very well. So I just grabbed a couple of their videos to explain, you know, dental hygiene and also the tongue. We're going to go a little bit more in depth in that. There's a reason why I'm focused on this, to be clear. So hold on. Let's finish up a couple of videos.
Take a look in the mirror and stick your tongue out. If your tongue looks like this, we call it a white coated tongue. It's basically a buildup of bacteria on the tongue, and this can cause bad breath. In order to reduce the bad bacteria and have fresh breath, it is recommended that you scrape your tongue every single day.
All right. And that was the beautiful Aveline R, she is a dental hygienist on TikTok. So she was just basically explaining the purpose of a tongue scraper. You guys see a trend here? We're talking about tongue scrapers for a reason. I'm going to tell you why. Let's continue.
Today I'm going to show you how to use a tongue scraper. The biggest mistake I see is that people only brush the tip of the tongue because they're scared to trigger a gag reflex. If possible, try to scrape the very back of the tongue where the odor-causing bacteria hides. Now, not everybody will be able to go as far back, but if you have a sensitive gag reflex, try this U-shaped stainless steel tongue scraper. I think it works really, really well. Both morning and night, stick out your tongue and gently scrape all the surfaces of the tongue from back to front. It should take several passes. The goal is not to completely remove the white stuff, but just to clean off the oral debris. If your tongue is ever bleeding, that is way too much pressure. It's important to be gentle. And the more you do this, the more it can desensitize your gag reflex.
All right. And that was Dr. Joyce Kang. She is a cosmetic dentist, OC Veneers. She is actually on TikTok as well. So there's a trend there. You guys seen two doctors and a dental hygienist talk about tongue scrapers. The reason why this is so important and this is a hot topic is because there are a lot of people. Less than 50% of the population uses tongue scrapers. You guys, if you go on my Amazon list, you get you a tongue scraper, right? Stainless steel because it's easier to clean. However, I do have a recommendation from a toothpaste that I get from Amazon. They give you a plastic one, and I typically use those. I keep them in my travel bags. But you guys don't see that. I'll show you a picture in a second. But this is the tongue scraper that I use. It's on my Amazon list. It comes in a 2-pack, and it also comes in a case to keep it clean. So once you get done using the tongue scraper, you clean it off, and you put it in this case, right? So you can keep it from collecting more bacteria, right? So yes, so you get you a tongue scraper, guys, because most of the time, and what I see with younger guys, they don't know why their breath stinks, and it's typically because they don't use a tongue scraper because there's a lot of bacteria on your tongue that typically builds up. And no, it is not good enough just to brush your tongue with your toothbrush. You need a tongue scraper. You need to get every portion of your tongue. Right? So get it. If you can't afford a stainless steel, get a plastic one. But guys, they are very cheap. $5 will get you like a packet of 2, right? I think the ones that I got, it wasn't even that expensive, maybe less than $10, right? So get you a tongue scraper and do yourself a favor and get rid of that bad breath. It's not because you're not brushing your teeth for the most part, because of the fact that you're not getting rid of that bacteria, right? So that's why it's important. So here's a couple of my products that I use. Let's see here. What did Alex Miner say? Oh, yeah. Alex Miner said, and you're not alone. And let me be clear. This is not to shame anybody. I'm glad you said that, Alex, because there are a lot of people that have never heard of a tongue scraper. Seriously. So, yeah. So thank you, brother. I appreciate you being transparent, man. Thank you. All right. So with me, let me show you some of my complicated process of brushing my teeth. It's not that bad. All right. So this is what I use in the morning. And I know that looks like a lot, guys, but trust me, this whole process takes me about 3 minutes. So basically, when I brush my teeth, I make sure that I use TheraBreath, and you can get this from Amazon. It's on my list. This is a great oral rinse for fresh breath. I use that before I brush my teeth. I go ahead and switch that around for about a minute or so. Go ahead and get rid of that. And then one thing that a lot of people miss, and it's crazy, and I have another dentist that's going to explain, is that when you use toothpaste, you're not supposed to use the recommended amount that they show you on commercials. You see the size of my toothbrush head? About a pea size. That's how much toothpaste you're supposed to use. So basically, when I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I use my oral rinse, and then I'll go to my activated charcoal. And I know a lot of dentists, they don't recommend that, but for me, it's been working good. I've been using this for about 2 years now, this same type of activated charcoal, and my teeth my teeth are very white. Like people are, like they always compliment me on my teeth. So I'll use that first for a minute. And then I'll go to my advanced white, the Arm & Hammer, and I'll use that for a minute as well to brush my teeth. And as you guys see here, I have, hold on, let's see, I have my tongue scraper. And then also at the bottom here, when you order this activated charcoal toothpaste, it comes with a tongue scraper, a plastic one, and also a toothbrush with a black bristle head, right? So you won't stain your the normal toothbrush that you actually use, right? And then I also have my scope floss picks. And again, and I always get into it with my dentist for every checkup. But my teeth, I haven't had a cavity since I was a little kid. But she always tells me that, hey, stop using those damn floss picks, because they recommend that you use an actual floss or a water pick. And I'm going to invest in a water pick here tomorrow, because after I had my checkup, she was like, go ahead and get a water pick. She was saying, I'm not saying that your teeth are bad, but it will definitely help if you get a water pick. So that's where I'm going now. But I like using those floss picks because you can use those whenever. Like if you're in the house by yourself, people tend to use those floss picks, and they also, have a little bit of fresh breath thing on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes your breath smell minty. So that's why I like to use the floss picks. It's very rare that you'll see me, flossing the normal way, but dentists don't recommend it. I use it because it's more convenient, but I am going to listen this time and go get me a water pick. So, these are the products that I actually use. I actually put them in the Amazon list. Let me show you guys one more time. Like I said, I just wanted to be as transparent as possible on this hygiene thing, just to let you guys know what I use. Let me see. Did I have anything else that I want to show on this one? Nope. That was good. But I do have another video to get y'all attention from a beautiful dentist. And she is on TikTok and Instagram. So here you go.
Look at me. He's not going to help you.
All right, so let me explain what she's saying here. She said, bad breath, why? Not drinking enough water, empty stomach, low carb diets, certain foods like garlic, onion, acid reflux, some metabolic disorders, postnasal drip, tooth gum infections, tonsil stones. Those tonsil stones are those little yellow balls that you sometimes get if like if you hadn't had a dental checkup in a while. Some people get that. And then you have irregular brushing, which means that you're not brushing at least twice a day. Because typically you're supposed to brush after every meal, but I know a lot of people don't do that. So at the very least twice a day when you wake up, and also before you go to sleep. And then you're not flossing and you're not cleaning the tongue. You see how it sounds repetitive, right? Let's continue.
This is how much toothpaste they show you in the commercials. Not necessary at all. All you need is a nice pea-sized amount as an adult.
Sensational.
All right. You guys, you want me to play that again? So we can look at the good doctor one more time. Here we go.
Why are you looking at him? Look at me. He's not going to help you.
This is how much toothpaste they show you in the commercials. Not necessary at all. All you need is a nice pea-sized amount as an adult.
Sensational.
So she says, when I get DMs from people saying I started doing the spit, don't rinse the toothpaste, and I have far less cavities. So, and this is a common malpractice that a lot of people do. And I'm glad she pointed that out. Most people, when you guys get done brushing your teeth, you'll rinse your mouth out with water. You're not supposed to do that because toothpaste has a, it's like a little paste on there, and it's working after you brush your teeth. It's working on your teeth after you get done. So when you rinse, you remove all of that. So guys, if you learned anything from this live stream, do not rinse your mouth out after you get done brushing your teeth. All you have to do, spit, pause, and you good to go, right? It'll take care of itself. That's how you cut down on cavities and also keep your breath fresh and keep your teeth a healthy white. Do not rinse your mouth out with water after you get done. And a lot of people don't know this, but yes, she is an actual dentist. This is Dr. Karthika Sarvendran. I'm trying to say that as best possible. She is a passionate dentist, and she is on Instagram and TikTok. You can spell her last name is Sarvendran. She is a happily married, beautiful woman, but she has some great tips, really quick videos, but they get straight to the point, and you can get all your information from her. She's an excellent dentist. So if you guys wanted to show her some support by following her for doing these videos, I would greatly appreciate it, because I've learned a lot from following this woman here. So yeah, great dentist. So let's finish up. So they, again, use mouthwash and scrape your tongue. Instant fresh breath. We keep talking about that tongue scraper. A lot of people don't know that. But yes, please use a tongue scraper, guys. So thank you, doctor, for putting us up on game. All right. Let me see if I get to some of these comments real quick. Hope you guys enjoying the show. Rance Turner, appreciate that. Salute to you, brother, with the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate everybody who's been supporting your boy with the cash apps. Let me see if I miss any. No, we get no cash outs with the super chats coming in. So thank y'all. Appreciate it. If you liking the stream, let your boy know. Let's see here. Darren Pierre Lewis says, I don't know anyone close to me that uses a tongue scraper. Yeah, man. Let them know. Let them know. Rance Turner said, I use charcoal as well. Okay, cool. Alex Miner, is that charcoal toothpaste on the list? Yes. Yes, it is. If you go on my Amazon list, Alex, it is on there. And like I said, it comes with the toothpaste, the toothbrush, and a tongue scraper. So yeah, so that's hitting all angles. True as do, yo, meaty man. I use that Arm & Hammer Peroxy Care. It's pretty. Oh yeah, I love it. I love that. It give you that grittiness afterwards. Oh yeah. W says water picks or what's up? Yeah, man. I'm about to get like you in a second. I'm going tomorrow. I got to get 2 of them. So yeah, so we'll be in Walmart here in a second, or Target, wherever. Let's see here. True as do said one more time. Yeah, beautiful young woman. Yeah. Money Moses says she has good taste in music. Oh no, I put that music in there. She has something that would have copyrighted me, so I put that in there. So I'm gonna play that on the outro. My Outcast. Outcast, absolutely. So you can give me some credit for that Outcast music. Oh man. All right, so let's get to it. Let's let Media Man be transparent. Hold on one second. Wait, where's my video at? I think this is it. All right. Next up, hand and foot hygiene. Let's get to it.
How you doing, sir? How you been?
Where you want to sit?
It's up to you. You pick. Yeah, it's only me. Huh? This is good, right? Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it, sir. Just me.
Right?
Tony from Grand Archdale. If you have time, come and enjoy your mani and pedi at New Year. Be a regular customer. So welcome to Grand Archdale.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
They the best. All right. So that was your boy. Every 2 weeks, I get a manicure and a pedicure. Yes, guys. Shocker. I know we in these male-centric spaces. Like, oh, you get manicures and pedicures? Trust me, brothers. When you start leveling up with the type of women that you mess with, they put you up on game. So ask any woman that you know, do you mind if a guy gets a manicure and a pedicure? If they say no, something's wrong with them, right? Typically, my manicure and pedicure, and that's the place that I go to. I'm a regular customer there. Every 2 weeks, I get my manicure and my pedicure. And your girl, she will appreciate that because your nails come out looking great. I know you guys can see. But yeah, I'm looking clean over here. But yeah, every 2 weeks. And it only costs me about $60. I'll tip them about $10 every time. And then if I want to get a little bit fancy, I'll get the little $400 package where they put all the wax and shit on your hands and on your feet or whatever. But yes, every 2 weeks, I do make sure I get a pedicure and a manicure, right? Don't shoot me. So yeah, I would advise you guys to get into the habit of trying to do that if you can afford it. If you can't, then hold on. Let me show you. Got some stuff for you guys. But yes, I do go get a manicure and a pedicure. Yes. People like, man, I'm too tough for all that. Like, no, brother, I'm in there. Faithfully. Let's see here. All right. So Teach Hanley, they actually had a good breakdown of this. Told you guys I wanted to be transparent on here. I did a video and everything. So that's funny. All right. So this is from Teach Hanley. They had some good information on manicures. So manicures for men are more popular than ever before, and for good reason. It's a prime opportunity to clean up your dirty nails and let yourself be pampered for a change. If you're still on the fence about getting a manicure for men, we understand completely. However, you're missing out on several mental and physical health benefits by shrugging off this important act of self-care, which is true. Here are 3 things you should know about getting a manicure for men. Manicures can support healthy nails and hands. Manicures for men can decrease stress and alleviate anxiety. And also manicures can reduce signs of aging in your hands. So I just wanted to put some of that out there, some of that information out there. But yeah, and then again, on the dating market, women appreciate that as well, guys. I'm just being completely honest. When a woman sees that you have some well manicured hands, then that looks good in her, in her eyes, because she knows that you care about your hygiene. And I'm not saying just go for women, because I know somebody mentioned juicing fruits and vegetables, I believe. I may have missed those comments, but when you juice regularly, your nails will start to grow crazy, right? So you're going to have to, either be cutting them by yourself, or if you have a girl, like, when she used to cut my nails or whatever, but we got into the habit of investing and making sure that I go get a pedicure and a manicure. But yeah, so she doesn't do it now, but sometimes your girl would like to do that for you. I know Richie Mack on Zoom to Thailand, his girl, Elle, she does his manicure and pedicure for him. So that's pretty good as well. But we go to the salon and get our stuff done or whatever, right? So yeah, don't want to be clear on that. So yeah, if you juice, your nails will go crazy, but you don't have to. It's just some advice from your boy. But yeah, you definitely don't have to. So don't go out there and be like, Media Man said you got to get out there. So no. Wait, did I miss? Okay, hold on. Reserta said, truth be told, I do too. Hey, it's all good, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. I don't see anything wrong with it. I used to. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You know what's funny? The only time that I used to get a manicure and a pedicure was when I traveled to foreign countries. Typically when I went to the Philippines and Thailand. And so every time I would travel, you know how you have to get like a massage or you go to the spa. Like when I was in Abu Dhabi, I got my full body massage and all that type of stuff. But typically in Thailand, on that street, what's that street, guys? They have like this street where it's nothing but like manicure, pedicure, massage, all that type of stuff. I mean, pretty legit places. They specialize in that. And I'm telling you, like I said, I pay about $70 every 2 weeks for my manicure and pedicure. In Thailand, I think you'll pay maybe $40 for a full body massage, a manicure, a pedicure, all types of stuff. It'd be like $40, maybe even cheaper from what I remember, right? So yeah, so you could definitely cash out on that. But once I got back and I started making sure that my hygiene was up to par, and I started making sure I could fit it in my budget, start making a little bit more money, I invested in myself and I started going every 2 weeks. So yeah, so I wanted to be clear on that. True's dude with the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Holding your boy down this show, man. Thank you. See, Rinse Turner said the hot rocks with hot towels. The whole yes, yeah, man. I got so today I actually got the wax. They put they get that red hot wax and they put it in there and then they give you a little 5-minute hand massage or whatever. Oh man, it was amazing. You fall asleep in there. Let's see. Quiet Storm said, I get both as well. Okay, there we go. See, man, my brother's speaking up, man. I'm glad y'all like this. I like this. So hopefully I don't feel alone. If you ever had any reservations, guys, about getting your manicure and pedicure, you got two brothers right there, Rinse Turner, the Quiet Storm, and also you got your boy who just showed you a video saying that I get manicure and pedicure. And trust me, it doesn't hinder me from firing a weapon. It doesn't hinder me from lifting weights. It doesn't make me less of a man or sassy or whatever because I have a manicure. Trust me, I can still fire a weapon. I can still go ahead and put that heavy weight up. It's good. Oh man. Let's see here. Money Motion said, right on, Media Man brothers always disregard their hands and feet. Yeah, man, and that's one of the biggest complaints that women have. It's a lot of videos. Women look at a dude's hands and there's dirt and shit under there. Like, man, you plan on? I was going to say something nasty, but you know what I'm saying. Women, hey, you really think that you're gonna, touch a little bit? Hell no. Cutting her in between the sheets and shit with your jagged ass toenails. Thomas, hello. I just clipped down my toenails and fingernails myself. You good? Like I said, brother, as long as you maintain it, you good. This is just an option. This is good. You good? Jay Fleming, what's going on, my brother? Good. Good to see young Jay in the building. Let's see here. Quiet Storm says every 2 weeks, haircut, manicure, pedicure, self-care. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Zero F's experience says my manicure money goes to my therapist. Oh, okay, cool, man. I know you taking care of it. Zero S says with the $2 super chat, what's going on? Said, what's good? Double M. Here's my late fee. Oh, man, you good, brother. I love seeing your name in the building, man. Thank you. $2 super chat. Thank you, brother. True as do. My messages, my massages are mandatory. The hot towels are everything. Okay. Quiet Storm said I do too. Rinse Turner said the hot wax bags. Yeah. And Lee Hub said it's like $30. Yeah, man. See, man, we got brothers in here. You got to take care of that. Once you become older, you start to appreciate this stuff a little bit more. I promise you, young guys, once you get into the habit, if you can afford it, again, like I said, yeah, go ahead and invest in yourself and do that, man. Get you a manicure and pedicure. You see, Rinse Turner with the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. Said, first time I went and she hit my feet with that foul dry skin was flying everywhere. I was embarrassed. Nah, man, they used to it. And I was the same way as you. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Yeah, man. You start to see those, because a lot of people have a lot of dead skin, especially on that heel. Oh my goodness, start looking like cheese grater. I remember my first time. I was like, hey, I remember the lady when I got done. she showed me the little grater thing. I call it a grater, the file. And she was like, see? She's like, oh, it's a lot. I was like, yeah, you're right. Lady, get that shit out my face. Oh, man. Quiet Storm with the $5 super chat said, Media Man, next time you're in California, take your girl to Glen Ivy Hot Springs. You'll thank me later. I'm going to do that right now, brother. Glen Ivy Hot Springs. Gotcha. Is that in LA? Because I frequent LA to go to the Lakers games, so I will be out there a couple of times. So if it's in the LA area, we can go visit that. I mean, of course she ain't gonna mind. Let's see here. Jack Covington in DR. I got a haircut, facial, manicure, and pedicure for about 1,000 pesos, $60. Yeah, $60 or so. See that travel stuff, man. You get pampered. Let's see, truest dude, my bad. LOL massages. I be falling asleep. So good. Oh yeah, man. And one of the best massage parlors that I've ever been to was in the Philippines. I went to Cebu, Philippines. That's the second largest city in the Philippines. And we went to this, it was like a massage house, and it wasn't no funny stuff or whatever. It was like a place where they had like different rooms where they had like a sauna, jacuzzi, and you just cycle through and you go get your massage, manicure, pedicure, facial, all that type of stuff. And it's like a huge compound, right? I forgot the name of it. But yeah, and I think that whole experience was less than $80 just to be in there. You can hang out. They had food there and everything. Oh, it was amazing. I'm gonna get the name of it. It's been a while since I've been to the Philippines. But yeah, Cebu. It was an amazing place. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's in Napa. Oh, okay, cool. Wait, who said? Wait, man, that's east of LA between Temecula and Riverside. Oh, so we got a couple places. You say Glen Ivy is in Napa. So yeah, so I'm from Sacramento, so I can definitely go to Napa Valley Wine Country and also LA. So I'll definitely catch it. Hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be out there. So appreciate it. Rance Turner said the 0Fs, bro. She had my feet up in the air like she was dry, showing the whole salon. Yeah, because you have to get over those, those misconceptions that everybody is looking at you. Because the first time that I went, I was like, man, this lady got to look at my dogs, got to look at my feet. I wasn't worried about my hands, but brother, I was in the military for 20 years. I was running over some rough terrain. Let's just say that much. And then also lifting weights. It was a time where I didn't use shoes when I was deadlifting and squatting, for my mobility and all that type of stuff. And I was like, man, I'm going to just go ahead and have to get over it. And I went, and she got to it. It wasn't as bad as Myra's feet on Martin, where she had to get out the sander. Sinead had to get out the sander for Myra's feet. You got to go to work on Myra's feet. That's how I felt. I was like, y'all see that episode on Martin? You got to file that down. JD, let me know when you're in LA. Currently live here. Navy veteran, always looking for a like-minded, assertive, classy, and great brothers to link up with. Send you a message. Where? It's on the about page. If you could, Quiet Storm, you go ahead and put it in the chat. Thank you, brother. Let's see here. 0S says with the $5 super chat, double M. Let me know when you're in LA. Oh, okay, I have Dodgers season tickets behind on plate. Man, I haven't mentioned anything about the Dodgers. And it's funny. And thank you for the super chat. You just get used to disappointment, man. And I don't want to. I may start crying, man. I'm a huge Dodgers fan, but our regular season is amazing. We have, damn near the best team in the past 5-6 years, and we only got one World Series to show for it, and we're used to getting knocked out of the playoffs. The bats go cold in the playoffs. Man, we killed the Arizona Diamondbacks this season, and then all of a sudden we get into the playoffs and we can't hit. It's wild, man. Yeah, all right. Let me get back. So all right. Rince Starter said Myra was Miss Pearly. Yeah, Miss Pearly. That's funny. Miss Pearly. So yeah, so let's get into some of this foot hygiene real quick. So for those of you that need a little bit of advice on foot hygiene, so here's some information on that. Many diseases and foot problems can be prevented through healthy personal hygiene and taking care of your feet. Healthy foot hygiene practices include not only washing your feet, but also clipping your toenails and wearing well-fitting protective footwear. Basic care for healthy feet. Wash your feet every day and dry them completely. So this is important, guys. One thing, and I was just shocked that I heard this, and hopefully this is a rumor, but I've heard more guys say this than not. They say that they don't even wash their feet because when they wash their body, the soap runs down, the soap and water runs down, and it'll catch their feet, so I'm good to go. No. I hope that's not true, and I pray that none of you guys are doing that. No, you have to wash your feet, guys. You need to get an additional towel or something like a exfoliation scrubber and wash your feet. No, you should not use the same rag that you wash your face with or your body, any types of things like that. You need your own separate towel to wash your feet. Get in between them toes, man. You got to get everything. Do not rely on the soap and water to run down your body, and get your feet. That's not good enough. And also make sure you moisturize your feet. That'll cut down on you getting those calluses and that dry skin, right? And the best way that I do it, and I know this may sound crazy, but I use baby oil and I'll just spray it down there, and I'll just rub my feet together. So, so that's the easy way to do it. So yeah, so I'm maybe revealing too much, but yeah, I make sure I moisturize my feet, brothers. But I hope it's a rumor. I hope brothers ain't doing that. And also make sure you dry your feet thoroughly because there's a lot of bacteria that can build up within the crevices of your feet in between those cracks, right? So make sure you dry your feet thoroughly. Very important. All right, and clip your toenails short and keep them clean so you can reduce the risk of getting all that dirt in between them or under the nails. Change your socks at least once a day, which is normal. Check your feet regularly for cuts, sores, swelling, dryness, and infected toenails, and apply treatment as needed. You can find antifungal treatment in any like CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, wherever. Yeah, and you can clean that up pretty easy. Also, when visiting a salon for foot care, choose a salon that is clean and licensed by your state's cosmetology board. Typically, they have those signs posted up. Me being a public health guy, I always make sure that where I was going to go, I was going to make sure that they were licensed. So yeah, you can. They're supposed to have these posted so you can see them. And if you read them, make sure that it's not expired. And make sure the salon sterilizes instruments after each use, such as nail clippers, scissors, and other tools. Yeah, so you'll see. You can ask where they sanitize their equipment and materials if this is a new place. I actually did, and they don't mind showing you as well. So yeah, you see a lot of infrared, a lot of stuff going on back there. So now, and this is if there's any women in the comment section, I've seen this for the ladies, and this is something that a lot of people do while they're traveling. Y'all ever seen these things? These fish pedicures and spas, fish spas. So I'm pretty sure if you go on, like, let's say TikTok, and you type in fish pedicures, you'll see a lot of people getting this done, right? Please, guys, do not do that. We just had one woman, I believe she had to get either one or both of her feet amputated because of the fact that she was using this fish spa. And the reason why I'm telling you not to do this is because, let me show you here. Oh, well, let me give you a background on what it is. So during a fish pedicure, also known as a fish spa treatment, customers place their feet in a tub of water filled with small fish called Garufa. Garufa are sometimes referred to as doctor fish because they eat away at dead skin found on people's feet, leaving newer skin exposed. I know this may sound crazy, but I wanted to put this out here as well. So, just be clear. Why have some states banned the use of fish pedicures? Each state has the authority to ban fish pedicures, and some states have done that. Reasons for bans include the following. The fish pedicure tub cannot be sufficiently cleaned between customers when the fish are present. The fish themselves cannot be disinfected or sanitized between customers, and there is no effective way to disinfect the tubs. Because of the cost of the fish, salon owners are likely to use the same fish multiple times with different customers, which increases the risk of spreading infections, right? Ladies, I hope y'all paying attention. So here's a list of the states where fish pedicures are illegal. California, Florida, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Texas, and Washington. They're also illegal in Mexico, some other countries in Europe, and some Canadian provinces, right? So if you don't see your state on there, then they probably offer them certain places. But I would recommend that you guys not use them because there's no way to sanitize. So hopefully that makes sense, you know. And I'm going to clip this up in particular for the ladies because I know women like to get this type of experience when they travel or they go to get their pedicures and stuff like that. They think it's a cool experience, but you may be opening yourself up to some sort of infection if you use these places, right? So just to give you guys a heads up. Make sure. Okay, let me get rid of Glen Ivory Springs. Got that down. Thank you. Thank you all for that. All right. I'm laughing already. Let's get to it. Prostate health. Before we get into prostate health, so I know you guys, we got to get a little bit serious, right? Prostate health is definitely a issue, particularly in the Black community. So before we read off these statistics, I want to get a little bit serious. So let's go.
And oh, hey, you here for the prostate exam, right? Okay, just lower your pants and your briefs, and we can get started. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me if you feel any pain or discomfort. Do you feel any? Hey! Stop moving! Stop moving.
Okay, sorry.
Do you feel it? You feel any pain? Hey! Stop moving! All right. I'm about to go a little bit deeper. Tell me if you feel any pain. You feel that? Hey, you feel that? Feel that, little bro? Tell me what you feel. That hurt, little bro?
Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. If you guys don't know who that is Trey Rags. He is the creator of Daybreak Animations. That dude is hilarious. So I just wanted to lighten up the mood a little bit before we get into prostate health. Oh, that was so funny, man. But yeah, so let's get to it. I just wanted to loosen y'all up a little bit because we are actually going to see the process of what happens when you get a prostate exam. Yeah, and we have YouTube okayed it. So let's take a peek. This is what happens when you get a prostate exam.
So I'm just going to obviously put lots of gel on my finger. So that'll make it slightly easier for you. And now we're all ready to go. So I'll go nice and slowly. If you're able just to push gently against my finger, that'll make it slightly easier for you. I know it's easy for me to say, but try and relax those muscles a bit. Okay, that's as far as we need to go. So I'm just going to feel around the rest of your bottom there. And now I will press forward gently onto your prostate gland. As I said, that might make you feel like you need a pee, but that won't last long. I'm just feeling all over the prostate gland there. And that feels fine, no nasty lumps or bumps or anything there. And that's it. So I'll just come out nice and slowly, and we're done.
All right. So you guys probably wouldn't expect that. Like, man, why the hell Media Man got us watching prostate, exam? But it is very important. We have to make sure that we're good to go. So that's why I put that in there. So, probably like, man, I didn't expect all this, but hey, I'm a medic, guys. So it is what it is. That stuff don't bother me. So let's get to it. All right. So prostate health. Many men are unprepared for the health risks associated with the prostate, but early detection saves lives. So this is what you should do. Discuss with your doctor, getting a prostate specific antigen, a PSA, blood test, and digital rectal exam, DRE, yearly, beginning at age 50. However, men at high risk, such as African Americans, Black men, pay attention, and men who have a first-degree relative, father, brother, or son, diagnosed with prostate cancer at an early age, younger than 65, should begin testing at 45. Men at even higher risk, with those several first-degree relatives who have prostate cancer at an early age, should begin testing at age 40. So if you have a family history, make sure ask the men in your family if they had any issues with the prostate exam, or anybody in the family has had prostate cancer, anything like that. So that's basically what they're checking for when they give you a prostate exam. They're trying to look for little lumps and bumps that's around the wall of your rectal area. So they'll just feel in there real quick to see if they feel anything. If it's smooth, you're good to go. If they feel anything that feels abnormal, then you may need additional tests. But ask your healthcare provider for the ins and outs of that. And don't be shy, guys. Ask your family if they've had any issues with that. And if so, that will probably determine on if you're at risk or not, right? So, yeah, so I wanted to put that out there. And thank you for that. I see Chris Sterling said cancer. Absolutely, brother. Thank you. Jaguar Andy said, I'm going to have to hold off on this part. I got to eat. Oh, man. Let's see here. Lamar White said, I said, this can't be the video he's talking about. Take it seriously. Oh, man, that's so funny. Okay. So just real quick, got that one. So I just wanted to be clear on that. Very simple, guys. I didn't want to go into too much detail on the prostate health because of the fact I want you guys to reach out to your healthcare provider so you can get that taken care of. You got the information. It is very important, especially for African Americans. So make sure you set your tests up if you need to. All right. Ain't nobody else in there. So let me see here. So now, as you guys know, I am sponsored by Manscaped. And I gave you guys let me make sure I put the link in there. I thought I did. It should be in the link tree. My bad. Here we go, guys. So Manscaped is just your nether regions trimmers. You can get that over there. You got your ball trimmers right there, and it has a guard on it so you won't nick yourself. Thank you, Quiet Storm, for putting that in there. You have a crop reviver, and it's just to make sure that everything is smelling good down there. And I got that right here. If you look down there, that's so when you get older, guys, and this is for the younger men, you start to grow hair in different places that you wouldn't expect. In particular, your nose and your ears, right? So every 2 weeks, I have to take my little wall trimmer, go ahead and get around my ear. And then I got my Manscaped one because I don't like using both for the same thing, even though you could. But I'll use this one for my nose to get my nose hairs, right? So if you're just a hairy person, you're a young guy, you're a hairy person, then you may need to go ahead and invest in one of these. You can get them from Manscaped. Or if you're an older guy and you never thought about using a nose trimmer and ear trimmer, make sure you go to Manscaped and pick you up one, because I promise you guys, you'll hear different and you'll smell different. You start to smell colors if you get the additional hair that's growing out. I didn't start noticing it until I hit it around age 37 or something around. I was like, what the hell? Because I seen them hanging out. You know, I was like, oh, I got to go ahead and grab one. So yeah, it could definitely help you out. But this is my setup right here. Once again, guys. So yeah, hook your boy up. Use my code to get you some Manscaped. You get 20% off. Hook it up. Thank you for supporting. Now, let's get to, now this is a meme that I saw, and a lot of dudes were agreeing with this. Real men put their clothes, put on their clothes first, then apply lotion to the remaining visible parts. Please, guys, do not do this. Why would you put on a short sleeve shirt and put on your pants or your shorts, and then you're just gonna get the visible areas? That's what tends to happen when men work out. Like, they figure that all women will see is my chest and my arms, so I'm not gonna really go too hard on my back or my legs because they're gonna be pretty much covered up. Don't do that with lotion. Moisturize yourselves. And I'm not talking to black folks. I'm talking to white men as well. And you know why? Let's watch one of my favorite clips. Here we go.
Asians need facelifts because we don't know about lotion. See that? Only half of you laughed. That should have been everybody. Yeah, but a lot of you were sitting there like, well, what about lotion? What is this lotion you speak of, and what is the magic therein? Just to put it out there, you can use lotion on other parts of your body besides your dick. Yeah. If you ever wondered why your dick still looks brand new, but the rest of you is starting to look like an aging pirate, it's because you need to increase the circumference of the lotion distribution. All right? You got skin everywhere. Go home, check yourself out. The bottom of your feet look like a prehistoric riverbed.
See? Hey, we just got on feet. Hey, moisturize your feet, brothers.
Not part of the natural aging process. You dried out. I'm not judging you. Not judging anybody. I didn't know anything about lotion. Never used it the first 33 years of my life. Never used it. Till one night I was going out with this black girl, right? She was getting ready and she was just putting that.
You hear what he said? Going out with a black woman. I told you guys, if you need to know anything about moisturizing yourselves, ask a black woman.
Shit on everywhere. Just slathering it on. I thought she had like a rash or something. I'm like, what do they got, like poison ivy? What's going on with you? She goes, no, I'm just making sure I'm not ashy. I said, ashy? She goes, dry skin. I went, wow. I guess I freaked her out a little bit because I was like, wow. She's like, well, white people get ashy too. I was like, yeah, you know, I don't think we do. Yeah, I've been alive for 33 years. No one has ever said, hey, Bill, you look a little ashy. I never even heard that word until you said it. She's like, you're an idiot. Stick out your arm. So I stick out my arm, and ever so gently, she just drags her nails down. This smoke starts coming up. There's like pastry flakes flying off, track marks. She's signing her name. She's like, you see that? She goes, that's ashy. You're ashy? Freak me out. I'm like, holy shit, I'm ashy. I didn't know anything about it. All I knew was that I always got itchy in the winter. Couldn't figure it out. Always got itchy in the winter. What the fuck do I get itchy? I thought it meant the bath towel was dirty. That's what I thought. And I would change it out and put a fresh one. Now I'm gonna be okay. Take a shower, dry off, fucking itching again. God damn it, I hate the winter. See that? That's why you gotta hang out with everybody. Yeah. There's too much information in the world, and every group of people misses a little bit. White people totally missed the lotion seminar at some point in history. I don't know if it's because we can't see it, you know? Black people get ashy, it looks like they like leaned up against a chalkboard or something. You know, they can see it. They miss it, their friends help them out. Like, look at your ashy motherfucking elbow. What is wrong with you, right?
Oh, man, the legend Bill Burr, one of my top 5 favorite comedians ever. But he was just talking about making sure you're not ashy. So that means you need to moisturize your skin, fellas, and don't just get the parts that are visible. So, again, like I said, if you need to know anything about moisturizers and making sure that you're not ashy, please ask a black woman. And the reason for that, hold on, let me show you. So these are the products that we swear by in my house. See that one on the right, that Trader Joe's coconut body butter? I wouldn't have knew anything about this if I didn't have a black woman, right? She swears by this stuff at Trader Joe's. And also, black women love Vaseline. They'll tell you, hey, if you don't have no Vaseline, something wrong with you. And also, you get some of this Johnson's baby oil gel and also the regular baby oil. So, yeah, so these are the 4 mainstay products that we use in our household. Of course, she has her women's stuff with all the mango and shades and all that type of stuff. But these are the things that I actually use as well to keep myself moisturized. And one fun fact about baby oil, I didn't know that you're supposed to use baby oil on wet to damp skin for a long time. And I remember I had this friend, and she told me, she was like, why you dry yourself off and then put baby oil on? And I was like, that's how you're supposed to do it. She was like, no, read the instructions. And I read the instructions, wet or damp skin, right? So as soon as I get out the shower, I make sure I put some baby oil on, right? So yeah, it sounds crazy or y'all too ashamed to say that you use it. Of course, I use it. I have very moisturized skin. And again, women love that, right? So yeah, so make sure you take care of your ashiness by making sure you get some of these products. I mean, they are amazing, especially the Vaseline. They're absolutely great. So let me see here. Big brother in life says that's very true. My sister works at Sephora and had to educate on the process. Yeah, man. Got to ask a black woman. They know. Let me see here what I got next. This is a good one. Oh, shit. So how many of y'all knew or were aware that you're not supposed to put Q-tips in your ear, in the hole of the ear, where your middle ear is, and your tympanic membrane, and your ossicles, in the inner ear, and all that type of stuff? You're not supposed to poke and prod with a Q-tip. That is not how you clean your ears, with a Q-tip. No, the Q-tip is only used for the outer ear. You see that? Wait, hold on. Let me get my pointer out. See that outer ear? See those creases right there? Right there in the middle? That's where you're supposed to use a Q-tip. But I see far too many people grabbing a Q-tip and just going off in there, putting it in the hole. But you don't want to do that, because right there in the middle of your ear, you have your tympanic membrane, and that's what carries sound to the inner ear, where you got your ossicles, your cochlea, and all that type of stuff, right? You don't want to damage any of that stuff, because you get that impacted ear wax when you're pushing more wax in there, and then also a perforated eardrum. You guys don't know, I used to do hearing tests for a living when I was a young man in the military, when I first became a medic, right? So yeah, so I was a hearing conservationist for a long time, so I know a little bit about the ear. But yes, a lot of people do not know that you're not supposed to use that. If you need to get your ears cleaned out, or you think something is wrong, then I would tell you to go to your primary health provider, get a referral, and they'll take you to the audiologist or whatever, or the ear, nose, and throat folks, and they'll make sure they clean you out. You know what I'm saying? They can rinse out your ear or whatever. So yeah, but don't mess around with Q-tips. So hopefully that's a tip that you guys didn't know. So let's see here. Jaguar Andy said, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't heard much about baby oil since hearing military folks make jokes about wrestling in it. That's funny. Yes. Elsa, what was that movie? The Ladies' Man with Will Ferrell, and he was acting like a wrestler. Oh, that shit was funny. Lamar Wyatt says, my mom put me up on oil all that at 7 years. Okay, cool. See, we know. Jay said, I use a needleless syringe to clean my ears. Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, this don't be poking around in there. You got some vital things in your ear. Oh, and also, this is just an optional thing, guys. And this is typically for the younger men. Guys, get you some pajamas. So typically what I do, I have about, I think I have 4 pairs of pajamas. These are things that your girlfriend or your wife can get you, because if you're a man who has everything and you're easy to please and you don't need much, you don't ask for much, you're not too worried about getting the Mary jeans and all this type of foolery. One thing that would go a long way is if your girl or, your wife gets you some, some nice pajamas. And the reason for that, because they're comfortable, and also it cuts down on you dirtying up clothes that you wouldn't typically dirty up because you're trying to find something to wear to bed. And this is not for the guys that go butt ball naked or whatever. I get it. I understand it. Pause. But it will definitely help you out if you get you a nice, maybe 2 pairs of pajamas, man. Women love them. You can get some. I have a couple of them that button up. My girl loves them, and also got the little hole in the middle for easy access so you can sneak in whenever you choose. That's a little off topic, but yeah, invest in some pajamas, guys. It'll definitely go a long way. I'm not saying that you got to do the matching pajama pictures and all that type of stuff, but just for your own purposes, right? Get you some damn pajamas and stop wearing basketball shorts and, tank tops to sleep. It's just an option. I'm not telling you have to. It is just letting you know. So yeah, so and then here's so for pajamas, they recommend, so how often should you wash your pajamas? Harper recommends washing pajamas after 3 to 4 nights of wearing them. But if you bathe or shower before bedtime, you can extend this period of wearing without washing to 5 to 7 nights maximum. I don't wear them that long. Like I said, if you have a couple of them, you can rotate. And then at the end of your week, you do your laundry and you wash everything. So yeah, so it's very simple. Let's see. Thomas said, I just sleep in my birthday suit. Don't need no clothes. Hey, you good, brother? Hey, have at it. Let it all hang out, brother. You got it. Pause. You got it, good brother. 0S. Why you got to clown my basketball shorts? That's funny. Oh, man. JT Coin Rings with the 199 super chat. Appreciate it, brother. He said, hello, meaty man in chat. What's going on, man? Good to see you here. How your weekend went, brother? Good to see you back in here. We winding down, guys. I'm just messing around a little bit. Also, here's some of the things that, I shave my head myself. I don't trust people to do it for me. So I use the Cremo products. I love them. And also this Tin Skin, I actually put it in the Amazon wish list. This is amazing. It's better than using alcohol. It tightens the skin so you won't get those razor bumps, especially if you have to, you shave your head. Yeah, it's definitely helping. Also, for those who shave their face, get you some Tin Skin. It is amazing. No lie. Seriously. So make sure you guys check out my Amazon wish list. Hold on, I'll put it back in there in a second. Hold on 1 second. So, and real quick, the reason why I got hooked on Cremo products is because the shaving cream, it actually seems to binds to the hair a little bit more than the Gillette cream that I used to use. So when you get a little bit of it, you know what I'm saying, you lather up and it like binds to the hair better. So when you do shave, you get a closer shave. I love Cremo products, even the body wash. It's amazing. So yeah, not saying that you have to get it, but this is just some products that I use. And I also use the Power Gillette shavers. They work amazing for me. Get a nice close shave. And I think we got everything. Well, let me go over this real quick since we're here. I put this in there for a reason. You guys know. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and play this video real quick of myself that I typically play in the lead in. But yeah, here we go. We got to do better. Protection, get tested. You got to put these plans into action to make sure that we are protected and get these numbers down. These things are preventable. I mean, it's not going to always be 100%, but we got to do our part. It's that simple because our numbers are leading the pack for chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. Protect yourselves. All right. So just a quick little commercial that I typically play to make sure you guys get your sexually transmitted infection tests done. So if you are having unprotected sex with anyone other than a long-term monogamous partner, or if you suspect your partner is not monogamous and you are having unprotected sex with them, you should ask your doctor about getting tested. Go a little bit further and get your ass tested if you wilding out here. And then obesity, we've covered this ad nauseum, but being obese or overweight can damage your health and increases the chances of developing diabetes, cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, many cancers, and can lead to many other health problems. Have your BMI calculated to screen for obesity. You can find calculators everywhere online. And then it's just simply a body fat test, so you can see how much the percentage of your body is fat. So yeah, so we've covered this multiple times. You guys are very well aware of how I feel about being in shape. Take care of that. And then high cholesterol. There were a lot of folks in the chat saying that they get their blood tested, so I'm pretty sure they have their cholesterol test in there as well. So have your cholesterol checked regularly, starting at age 35. If you are younger than 35, talk to your doctor about whether to have your cholesterol checked if you have diabetes, you have high blood pressure, heart disease runs in your family, or you smoke, right? So that's very important for Black men as well, because you guys know our leading cause of death is heart disease. So you want to stay on top of this stuff just to make sure you catch anything before, or you can prevent something from happening, and you catch it early and you're good to go. So that's why I stress going to get your blood work done and getting your health checks as soon as possible. And also, if your body isn't feeling right, man, and you just, you think that something is wrong, go, schedule an appointment and get in there. Don't wait until, the 6 month mark or the year mark. If something is up, go get it checked. You'd be good to go. Let's see here. Let me get some of these pictures. 0S says, I use Bevel shaving products with a Viking safety razor. Absolutely no razor burn. Yeah, and I tried, of course, Tristan Walker. Tristan Walker, I was actually, this is a fun fact. I think I told, may have mentioned this to Jay, but I was actually one of the first guys to actually buy a Bevel product, because I was one of the listeners who was on the Brilliant Idiots when he came on there, before he sold his product and before he was in Target. He came on the Brilliant Idiots with Charlamagne the God and Andrew Schultz. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I'm going to get behind this. And as soon as he put it out, I was one of the first to purchase some Bevel products, right? So yeah, that's a fun fact about your boy. I've been supporting Black-owned businesses for a while now. I think Bevel came out in 2014 or 15. So yeah, I was one of the first ones to buy it. Got the razor, got everything. So good products. So yeah, man. I love what Tristan Walker has done. So yeah, good on you, 0Fs. Jaguar Andy said, I was told that they stopped testing for herpes because it's so common. Has anyone else? No, I'm a medic. No, we still test for HSV 1 and 2. So yeah, it's just the numbers are growing, but they're not. It's just in particular pockets. I live in Houston, Harris County. We've been monitoring this since 1998. So it's been an issue in Harris County since 1998. So yeah, but you can still definitely get tested for HSV 1 and 2, either with a blood test, or you can get a I've been out of the STI. It's a term for it, but it's a scrape as well. So I'll put everything in there. But yeah, I've been out of that for, man, I can't remember that. All right. But yeah, you can still get tested. You good to go. Let's see here. Okay, got that. Quiet Storm, appreciate that. Okay, we got anything else? And of course, I'm gonna put something in there for mental health. Depression. Your emotional health is as important as your physical health. If you have felt down, sad, or hopeless over the last 2 weeks, or have felt little interest or pleasure in doing things, you may be depressed. Talk to your local doctor about being screened for depression, right? And the good thing about the military is they'll ask you, after every deployment or every checkup, they'll ask you, do you feel, uninterested in doing things? Just a whole checklist that you have to answer questions or whatever. But on the outside, I'm not sure if you guys get the same treatment. But if you think that you have some issues, guys, don't be afraid to go make sure you get checked on. And you identify those things and you let your doctor know that, hey, man, I've been feeling down a little bit. I may have lost my job or something like that. If you feel that you need to get checked or you need to go see a mental health provider, please make sure you do so. That stigma about going to therapy because, you might be crazy, it's over, especially on my platform. I want you guys to get checked. I want you here. I don't want to see you guys, delete yourselves. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that it is okay to get checked. All right. Mental health matters, and making sure that you're good to go is the most important. Nobody's going to care about your health more than you. Right. So don't expect your doctor to even mention anything if they don't do that for you. Typically, from what I learned, most nurses, before you see the doctor, will ask you, if you have, any feelings of deleting yourself and all this type of stuff. Right. I just went to my appointment and they did the same thing for me as well. They asked. Yeah. I want to save that for last. Did I have any more videos, funny videos? Nah, I got everything. I think. Which one? Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Oh.
This is the Cheesecake Factory.
We ain't watching this damn Cheesecake Factory girl again. That shit was hilarious. But I do have my clean skin video real quick. So I want you guys to support them. Here we go. I forgot. I can't play that. Hopefully they don't shut down the stream. I forgot, man. I don't know why they made that that sound or that music is copyrighted for some odd reason. So anyway. But yeah, clean skin. Let me put that down there. The newest sponsor that we have. So these are disposable face towels. And the reason why, it's because when you have one face towel, typically it picks up bacteria. So if you use clean skin, disposable face towel, you get one new one every time you wash your face. I swear by these things. I use them daily. Here's the link if you guys want to support. Thank you. Jaguar Andy said, I always push for herbal supplements for mental health. I studied a lot about herbalism, and it's helped me when I was trying to stay above water. Yeah, man. And like I said, everybody doesn't need, therapy. And I'm not saying that at all. But if you found a means to make sure that you're good to go, brother, hey, keep doing it, man. I just want to make sure that y'all brothers good, man. Good to hear it. Oh, and Quiet Storm, you on it, man. Appreciate that, brother. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Came in a little less than 3 hours. I think this was an amazing show. You guys definitely supported your boy. Thank you. Blessings to all you guys for sending in those super chats, man. We had a total of, 20 on a health and wellness episode, man. I greatly appreciate it, man. I mean, this lets me know that this content is very necessary. You guys were very interactive in the comment section. I'm glad y'all were. I appreciate it. And hopefully you learned some new things and you learned a little bit about me and how I make sure that my health and hygiene is up to par. I take great care of myself, and not just because I'm a public health professional, it's because of the fact that I had an amazing mom who stressed that a lot to make sure that you're clean, especially when you have, sons. Because sons, we tend to miss certain things. If we don't smell it, we good, but everybody else smelling us. So, so it definitely helps. And also the military helped me out with hygiene as well. We have to be clean, especially during our deployments. It may not be the most ideal places where we have to, shower and shave and SHIT, but our hygiene is up to par, right? So I want to make sure that you guys are very clean. It helps on the dating market. Is one of the number one issues that a lot of women have with men is their hygiene, right? So stand out, be different. and take care of yourselves. All right. This is the purpose of this live stream, is to make sure that y'all good. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Great show. Back-to-back Saturday and Monday. And I'm gonna try and fit one more in throughout the week. If not, we'll definitely be back on Saturday. And we may do something different outside of the budget. I'll see what I want to do with Saturday's show. Maybe a fitness one. Yes, I'll see. I'll figure it out. What we're gonna do. But we're up. There we go. We just hit 21. My man Truest Dude, the $10 super chat, one more donation for the private jet fund. Absolutely, brother. It's going straight there. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man. On the way out, my guy. Man, appreciate it, brother. All right, man. Y'all have a great rest of the week. The week just started. Don't get down, just because it's Monday. I hate to see people say that. A case of the Mondays, as they say in office space. But yeah, this is the start of a new week. So that should be a good thing. Tackle it with vigor, and force, and do your best, no matter what that is, man. Make sure you give people their flowers. Make sure you tell the people, your loved ones, that you love them. And also take care of your health, and your nutrition, fitness, all that type of stuff, man, because I'm definitely am. I'll be in that gym early in the morning tomorrow. So hopefully y'all do the same. Get your at least 4 days in throughout the week. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, thank you to Quiet Storm, also Mona D, for moderating the chat, and everybody who donated the super chat, and all of you guys who were interactive in the comment section and sharing your experiences as well. Alex Miner, good luck on the rest of your days for your fast. And kudos to you, Quiet Storm, for losing those 61 pounds. And y'all brothers keep to it, man. Think we're doing great over here. I think this is a great stream. And be on the lookout this week for some of those clipped up videos that you guys can save and you can use to make sure the black male ethnic image is protected amongst people in the black community, which is ironic, but y'all know how I go. But yeah, once again, good night to you all. God bless you all. Have the safe rest of the week, and we'll be back on Saturday. Peace out. Thank y'all. We'll leave with the Outcast music. Here we go. Peace.